Hello, I am the Ronan Pawn, and welcome to twitch.tv/Ronan Pawn livestream. On twitch.tv/Ronan Pawn, I've been ordered to do some live streaming today by my producer Bags. He's very eager. He keeps kind of clawing at my knee, so he wants us to get straight into it. So let's talk about how critical race theory is the cause for gun violence in America. Hello, Dirt Racer. How you doing? And 2% skill, I saw you were here first. I am here for the engaging conversation. Exactly what was needed. Kittens and speedruns and blaming the lack of family values and I guess not enough people in religion for 19-year-olds walking into schools with AR-15s. You know, it's not... yeah, let's do all of those things. We can do them all at once, you know? I'm just that good. Set records, take segment times, things, another... Oh, Jesus, what have I done? I clicked the wrong button. I can click the wrong button on my off screen. I can pet a cat. And discuss the after the Republicans fielded the theory that what really needs to happen is there needs to be less doors in schools, in order to solve the gun crisis in America, and they saw it just immediately take on water. After that, apparently their new thing is to just do what they've been doing for everything, which is say, well, the problem is the CRT being taught in our schools, the lack of family values. You know, we need a return to religion in this country. And it's like, okay, Senator, you're a senator? Okay, Senator. So what would the government's role be in that? If that were the solution, which of course it isn't, but if that were the solution, a return to family values, this amorphous term, what do you mean by family values? Does it have anything to do with, I don't know, like not wanting people to be gay or trans or any of those things? Like, what does family values exactly mean, and how does it relate to, just before this shooting, I'll remind you, was the shooting where the guy walked in and into a grocery store in was it in New York somewhere, right, in the state of New York somewhere, and just opened fire on a bunch of black people, and had a manifesto saying we need to stop these black and brown people from having babies or something, and it was the Great Replacement theory. And I'm just wondering how these things relate. Like, what family values are we talking about? What do you actually mean? How does critical race theory... I mean, is it your suggestion that it's... they mean critical race theory. They don't have any idea what critical race theory is. I mean, I presume that they do. I'd like to give them credit. The problem is I give them credit, and that just means they're more evil. Turn the time around, Pawn. We're running Forest World for PB. We've already gotten 2 new PBs, so we've got some decent split staff to run against here, but I feel there's still at least 3 seconds that I can take out of this. But yeah, it's a hard situation with the Republicans, generally speaking, because if you give them credit, then they're more evil, and if you don't give them credit, then they're just fucking retarded. The critical race theory thing, like, are we not clear on what critical race theory is and how it's a legal premise that, shows how the concept of race didn't exist until racist motherfuckers built it into law and then used those laws in order to oppress it's a way of viewing the law and the history of the law and looking at how laws are written and that kind of a thing. It's definitely not being taught in 3rd grade. Or middle school, or even high school. None of those. It's a kind of a college level, you're going to be a lawyer kind of a thing, and then they say, hey, maybe it'd be a good idea if you as a lawyer had some relevance, some idea of how we got these laws here and how they were all cooked up by a whole bunch of racist white people, who started at the very beginning by establishing the idea that 1/5 of the population shall be counted as regards blacks. Might be a good idea for lawyers to understand that and have a concept of it while they're trying to decide how to adjudicate and where these things are coming from and what was intended by them and that kind of a deal. Not something that's taught in high schools, but what the Republicans mean when they say critical race theory is they mean teaching the history of America. They don't want the kids at school to know that the White House was built by slaves, and they don't want the kids at school to know that until just about 50 years ago, the federal government operated a program whereby if you were black living somewhere in this country, banks were allowed to draw a red line around your district and say, we're not funding the loans for these people to move in, and in fact co-opted every non-black homeowner into a de facto racist force because they had tied the value of everyone's home to whether or not there were black or brown people living in your neighborhood, which meant now every American citizen who was a homeowner and who had a concern for the generational wealth that they wanted to pass on to their families had an incentive. Damn it. That's at least close. Had an incentive to make sure that only the right color of people moved into their neighborhood. Otherwise, the values of their homes diminished. They don't want that taught in schools. They call that critical race theory, even though it's not critical race theory. And I just want to say to them, why are you talking about this old monitor technology? Like we're doing flat screens now, not cathode ray tubes. Because they'd probably look at me like, what? And then they'd know what it feels like when they start talking about critical race theory, and all they mean is being racist. All they mean is a cover for them to be racist as they say, let's stop talking about how we get here, why we are here, and what the source of our problems are. By the way, welcome to the live stream. How you doing? I forgot to do that. I kind of just jumped right in, didn't I? Don't forget to fall in church attendance. The fall in church attendance, that's the problem. That's why we got all this gun death and gun violence. Not the access to guns or the encouragement from the right to, take up arms in defense of the, loss of ground for white people. That's not why that dude walked into that grocery store in a black neighborhood in New York the other day after drafting a 100-page fucking manifesto saying that that's exactly why he was doing it. Nope. It's, not enough people going to church and hearing about how Jesus wants them to be rich. The guy who said, if you will be perfect, then sell everything that you own, take up your cross and follow me. Oh, and by the way, to sell everything you own, give all your money to the poor, take up your cross and follow me. Who taught that, at the end of time, at the end of days for humanity and for Earth, that we'll all come before the great judge, and he'll separate us on his left and his right, and he'll say, you people over there, you never gave me anything, you never cared for me, you never provided me food when I was hungry, you never gave me shelter when I had no roof, you didn't clothe me when I was naked, you didn't do shit for me, you just took care of yourselves, and so you're going to burn for eternity in hell. And that's the Jesus who wants you to be rich. He's going to buy you a pickup truck. That's the religion that we need to get back to, everybody. Is the religion of capitalism that is, Jesus' religion. Except if you read the teachings of Jesus, except if you've actually, at any point in your life, studied the religion that you claim to be a part of, then you'd know, oh wait, he was exactly opposed to all of that. Oh, oops. I kind of got that with that. I missed who was on what side there in my religion. Maybe what I was doing was just already had figured out the things that I wanted to be true, and then I just kind of superimposed them over whatever was popular in my community at the time. Maybe I wonder if that's kind of what happened there. Wow, this was a really good 2-8. I want to do it like that every single time. That guy is stupid white supremacy at its finest, yeah. The family values are the ads you see from the 50s of the white, straight, nuclear family, obviously. Obviously. And those were not at all racist times where women didn't have the right to vote, and most of the states operated a series of Jim Crow laws against black population, and where marijuana had been turned into a reason to imprison anyone who had brown skin from south of the border. No, those were the good times, and that's what we need to get back to. Make America great again. Greatly racist. Those with money make the rules. That's the Jesus who will buy me 10 private jets. That's right. Because, you know, what if one of them needs refueling on the day that you want to lunch, you want a breakfast in Paris, and then lunch in New York, and then dinner in LA. Like, Jesus wants you to be able to do those things. He's not concerned that by doing those things, you're taking money out of the mouths of other people. He didn't tell a story called, you know, Lazarus and the Rich Man, where Lazarus goes to heaven and the rich man goes to hell. And Abraham tells the rich man, go fuck yourself, you fucking rich, heartless oppressor. No, there's a different Jesus that you haven't heard about, or rather that you have heard about every day of your life, and the real one you've never actually met until you've, you know, opened the book to Matthew 5 and started to fucking read. The one you hear about is the one that loves people when they come into a incredibly ornate church. It's got gold and fucking jewels all over hanging off the walls and shit like that. And he loves it when they drive in a, you know, $60,000, $70,000, $80,000 BMW, or maybe like a big fucking Hummer. He loves it when they drive in these things, and then they sit in his pews wearing $3,000, $4,000 suits that, you know, could have been used to, I don't know, put a roof over someone's head for like half a fucking year. But, you know, he prefers it when his parishioners come in on a single day, pretend to be all holy and shit, and then go back to their corporately financed slave mill jobs. You know, as driven each and every in their own automobile that individually has the value of a small home. That's really what he was talking about. That's the life that Jesus wanted, and it's the return to those family values that we really need to have in America, you know? Because the reason why white supremacists and fascists are walking into poor neighborhoods and gunning people down is Jesus, what was I saying? Is it the doors? What are we on with today? Is it there's too many doors in buildings? Or is it that people are aware of the history of America? Or is it that we don't have enough, you know, heretical Christians out there? And we don't have enough people eating a cracker and drinking some wine and being like, all right, I'm saved. Back to a policy where, you know, billions of people die based on my decisions. But, you know, I'm comfortable. I got AC and I got fucking radial tires, so what's it to me, really? This is, you know, and Jesus likes it, and, you know, that's the thing. It's not that you really like it, but that Jesus said that this is the way. Except for you can't actually find him saying that it's the way. But, you know, don't look too hard. Just listen to the people at the podium. Listen to the guy who's telling you the reason why they were shooting is because there's not enough Jesus in the schools or something. Like, what's the next move from that? You know, what? So if that is the problem, are the Republicans then going to try and do something about that? And what are they going to try and do? Put prayer into schools? Have a complete separation, or a complete lack of separation between church and state? You know? Which family values? It's not the Muslim family values, right? It's not the Jewish family values. Which of these family values is it? It's not the Buddhist family values. Is it the... Wait. Is it the Christian family values? And is it the bullshit Christian family values that have nothing to do with Christ? Wait a second. Are you just saying words and hoping that people will hear that you're, you know, giving them a name drop and forget that you're not doing anything to help the problems? I think I've started to put this together. Oh my God, I've cracked the code on America, everybody. Yeah, that was a little bit late on the jump. Too many, wait a second, too many pagan doors, not enough good Christian families. Just require metal detectors like urban schools. Yeah, there's no violence or crime or lack of education in heavily, militarized, ostensibly urban schools, are there? They're the best schools in the country. Let's model it after that. It's not the problem that there are people with the ability, the will, the drive, and the desire out there walk into a school and kill people who have the gun and have been listening to Tucker Carlson every night and have decided that, the world needs to burn, but not the white part of it. It has nothing to do with that. What we need are less doors, more metal detectors, more funding for our police so that they can all, more of them can be standing out there doing nothing as our children are being murdered. That's what we need. So that more of them can meet us on the streets of our cities as we're protesting in order to crack old men over the head with batons and watch them bleed out and die on the sidewalk, and then not be prosecutable because the Supreme Court, in its infinite wisdom, as, the infinite wisdom of Amy Comey Barrett and fucking Justice Rapist Kavanaugh, the police have no responsibility to protect and serve the public that they had to sign up and say, I'll protect and serve, and can't be held accountable for their actions under any circumstance. None of these things are the issue that I'm mentioning. They're something else. Bigger fences, more walls, that's it. That's it. Bigger fences, more walls, more separation of communities, more gentrification, Push the poor people over there so we don't gotta look at them, Listen to Jordan B. Peterson. He'll tell you that the problem, the connection between poverty and crime isn't poverty to crime. It's wealth inequality to crime. You might even think for a second that he's gonna say something that, makes some fucking sense. But as he goes on, you realize that he's just laying out the groundwork for basically proposing an idea where if the poor just couldn't see the rich, if the poor were just, less often exposed to their oppressors, we wouldn't have problems. That's how we need to address this. Yeah. Now, the tough one, we're still kind of warming up on because it's early in the day. There you go. That was the right movement. I know what the right movement looks like. It doesn't always come in even when you've got the right movement. But the first three were definitely not the right movement. They were not my setup. It was not my beautiful home. It was not my beautiful wife. And this is not my beautiful country. Shit. Yeah. This is the one that we're just gonna run. When we actually, get a little bit warmed up on the run and we're going at it, and I've got good time and I'm coming in, we're just going to run it. Because that is way too inconsistent for me. Oh, what are you doing? Oh, yeah, still what are you doing? You gotta be coming up like that. Like that. Not into the tree, but like that anyway. You want to be turned around and throwing that truck at the wall. Okay, I'll show you again, like if I'm coming down, now I'm at the top of my jump and now I'm falling, right? So I want to be still going up a little bit when I throw that out. I want to be just shy of the peak of my jump. And then I throw it out, and it has a better chance of giving me, height off of the kick that will get me over this hill and send me in. So I gotta be quick on that. It's hard because you come into 210, you got good time, and it's I want to slow down and do this right. But the only way to really do it right is to do it quick. Maybe not the only way, but the way that works for me. Let's bank that time. 40% of the city's budget wasn't enough. The police need even more to stand by and watch kids die. And it's just that, they're underfunded, the police, and they don't have enough, kit, and they didn't have AR-15s. Oh wait, yeah, they did, actually. They absolutely did, because, they inherited all of the materials of war from Iraq and Afghanistan and shit like that. We decommissioned shit and then gave it to local police departments that, like, they need a fucking, you know, Humvee with blast protection on all sides, made them feel like, you know, SEAL agents in a fucking Marvel movie or something like that. And then we wonder, why is it that the police have such big heads and they're just like militants now? I don't know what's going on here. If all the politicians were held accountable for designs they make, then things would be different. We're going to build walls around schools and get the criminals to pay for it. That's, you know, the election's about to start, right? We're 1.5 years into the current presidency, so the campaign cycle's about to restart. So get ready to hear that one. We're gonna build walls around the schools, reduce the number of doors, have more police. We're gonna teach the Bible, the Christian Bible, the New International Version of the Christian Bible too, because if we look at that King James one, it might suggest that there's an inequality of women in heaven, and how could we possibly pass legislation or allow Roe v. Wade to fall to the side, you know, if we actually believed in the original translation of the Bible, where women are, you know, equal in the eyes of the Lord and in the eyes of the Christian Church, quoth Paul, but who surprisingly seems to flip back and forth between that perspective across the Bible, almost implying as though the Bible is a collection of documents that were maybe tampered with, were not actually written by the people that, you know, you might think that they were written by based on their title or, you know, what it says at the top of it, as though it's a document cobbled together from a whole bunch of scrolls that was cobbled together mainly while the people who were setting it up were still arguing about what it's going to be and what our beliefs are actually going to resemble here, and what our stance is on the idea of reincarnation, on the idea of life after death, heaven, where do people go, is there a punitive place, is there a hell, isn't there a hell? It's almost as though these documents were being written, and these issues were being decided while they were being written, and the early church looked intensely different form of a church than what we see today. You're just supposed to run this one on. Well, sometimes you get it right, like I just got this one right, and you're still fucked. See? That's how you do it. You gotta still have that upward mobility as you go. It's fine. We weren't gonna... I knew we were off time anyway. But we golded 2.9. Sum of best is now lower than 114. We've gone sub 114 to a 1 minute 13 second, 950 millisecond. Sum of best with that gold. I think that just happened. I don't know. Probably. Yep. Reset. Very nice. And we got, you know, a nice little round of practice here on World 2 early. But yeah, it's just... Oh, the other thing that I just, like, retweeted, you know, 3 or 4 or 5 portions of off of a, you know, thread that goes on and on and on and establishes the trail of dark money that's behind this and stuff like that. But apparently in Missouri, was it Missouri? There's a, you know, dark money campaign financing structure run through a single lawyer's office for a Trump campaign that's been the defense counsel and had, you know, work alongside people from the January 6th attack on the Capitol and stuff like that. That has just established an online, basically bullet list of the schools that need to be targeted. Because they, you know, teach American history without censoring it, or they allow children to, you know, identify their gender however they identify their gender, or whatever their problem is with it. It's a whole bunch of, you know, they literally call it the woke heat map, something like that. But yeah, that's what's going on in Missouri on the same day as we're seeing Republican politicians, you know, publicly coming out and saying, you know, the reason why we got all these shootings is the wokeness. He literally said that. You want to go look at the video of him saying that wokeness was responsible for the shootings? Fuck me. No, we're good. We made it. These are good runs. These are good runs. We just golded 210. Hoorah. Down to a 113.8 on the summer best. It's just fucking... It's insane, isn't it? The world we live in? I mean, how obvious it is. Like, how obvious it just should be to people that there's just this, like, flailing, what can we sell to, ignorant people who we've, you know, ignorant backwoods, two-tooth, hillbilly, racist fucks, who we're courting out here to try and get some extra votes, because we're the Republican Party, so we already got the votes of people who think small government is better. Even though we've never represented small government. Every time that we've been in office, we spend more, we make government larger, we get the government into your backyards, we're Republicans, but we've got their votes anyway, because, I don't know, they're not actually paying attention. They just want to, you know, they're not paying attention to what we do, they're paying attention to what we say. So, as long as we've got that going, we've got them. We need more voters, because we actually don't have a lot of support across America when you take, you know, the majority population count without cutting it into very oddly shaped districts that we created in 2008, 2012. We don't actually have that much of a vote. We need more voters on our side. So how do we get them? And they used to call, remember when they were calling it NASCAR dads? Remember that? Remember that? NASCAR dads. That's who we're courting, NASCAR dads. And they stopped saying that, I think, because it didn't sound good. I'm guessing it didn't sound good. Like, I think it was too close to home. What are you courting? Well, we're courting people who like to drink a lot of beer and sit around and talk about how people of different color are the problem. In other words, NASCAR. So they stopped saying NASCAR dads, but they kept courting the same groups anyway. I think probably what it was they got a petition from people, you know, from fathers who enjoy watching racing, like my father does. And they said, could you please stop identifying us with your racist policies? We enjoy the sport of racing. We're not racists. It's different. We see how you could get confused there. You know, you heard that there was race involved in what we liked, and you were like, oh, that's who we're courting. No, no, no. We like racing, not race politics. That's not our thing. And so they weren't allowed to say NASCAR dads anymore. I wouldn't be surprised if there was something like that. If NASCAR was like, yeah, we have to protect our trademark and our brand, and you need to stop saying that or else we're gonna fucking sue you. Imagine not having that large a support base when you constantly oppress a large portion of the population. Yeah, well, that's how you do it. You don't actually have that many people behind you. You know, all you really need to overthrow a country is, you know, consent of 2%. Oh, shoot, I didn't look at the other shit. Hang on, imagine that. But, yeah, that's how you do it, is you make sure that the people who don't support you, who are the majority, aren't allowed to get to the polls. They don't have as many, you know, voting machines in their district as they absolutely need. You use electronic voting, which is completely unconfirmable at the polls or otherwise. You can't possibly, you know, have a record of what went on that you could confirm, and you just do these things, see? And then the people who you don't, the majority of people who don't support you, don't have access to their democracy, and you can make it look like, you know, you're actually a competitor in this race, even though 75% of the public supports the policies that you are loudly opposed to. You know, Roe v. Wade, and what else is the other one? The 73% who are for a firearm licensing program, where it's not even, you know, addressing anything that would be along the lines of what kinds of guns you can buy, but just, hey, if you're gonna purchase and own any weapon, then you need to get a license. You need to, like, take a training course, prove to somebody, an instructor, that you can be trusted. Damn it. You said you need to do it fast, you need to do it a little bit faster. There you go. 1, 2, buckle my shoe. So that could have been a PB. It wouldn't have been much of one. So I'm not disturbed or perturbed by that. And look at how, you know, what times we're coming in on runs where we don't get everything, you know? 127.55? Holy shit. That's like as good as the PB we just beat yesterday at the end of the live stream. And we're just getting those now? It's close anyway. Macian says, the preacher says to his congregation, come and pray with me, open up your hearts and wallets and pray. Pray $5, $10, $15 with me. Maybe take at least the same level of education and testing you need to drive a car. Ideally more. Yeah, 73% of Americans support that. Get this. That's 75% or 73% of all Americans support that. So, you know, strong majority, that's just got to be passed, right? It's a democracy, 73%. But, get this. I believe it's 68% of all gun owners agree with that. Of the people who, you know, if you listen to the Republican Party, are against any kind of restriction whatsoever or regulation. There's 68% support the idea that, yeah, you should know how to use a weapon, you should prove it, you should have a thorough background check before you can have it, and then you're licensed to have it, and then we're good. Like, that's supported by gun owners to a rate of 68%. When you ask people who don't own guns, you pick up another 5%. Like, why is there any weight on this? Just do it. Just do it. You know, we've got shootings going on as we speak. Probably. I mean, it's America. If it hasn't happened, wait 10 seconds, the weather will change and it'll involve bullets. It's America. You need to get up higher. I think I just need to reset when I come into this one, and I haven't been. Third try I'm getting it on. We can take 2 tries off. Yeah, that's how math works, man. You're gonna do 2-9 the right way. I'm gonna play this out just to come into 9 and try and run it, you know, without doing the trick. Fuck. I'd have to clear this level first, though. Come on. Just for the practice sake of it. We come in, and then, nope. Okay. Because again, this kind of falls in the same territory for me as 2-5, that I'm not... I mean, I'd like to get the fastest time, but I'd rather just have the consistency to be able to get in here, get to 2:10, and get a try. Jesus. Now I'm trying to do it too fast. Wow. That's too low. And that's into the tree. Shit, I was just nailing this and now I can't. What's going wrong? Come into it from outside of the level. Don't reset. Throw it in heck. What? What area on the wall are you aiming at? Maybe I do have to slow down a little bit. I think it was just that I was trying to do it too fast, and I do need to slow down a little bit, so there's a magic kind of amount of time that I need to wait there. Fuck. You don't like to see that. You don't like to see, wow, and then he couldn't clear the level for 30 tries in a row. The last level in the run. It's definitely not, you know, a good thing. Maybe take it, yeah, the driver's license and stuff like that, you know? Gotta have a driver's license. Why? Well, it's a deadly vehicle. And it's a dangerous thing even when you're operating it safely. Right? Right? It's a dangerous thing even when you're operating it safely. Even with, you know, everybody in America who's on the streets legally being licensed, we still have a lot of accidents and things. There's still gonna be accidents, there's still gonna be people dying, even when everybody was trying to follow the rules. Even when everybody's been trained how to follow the rules. But we gotta start from somewhere and make sure that we've made an effort to actually, you know, train them in the rules and make sure that they're safe. And by the way, if you have no criminal record as this kid, this 19-year-old who did the school shooting, if you have no criminal record like that, then you know what? Having to take a gun safety course before you can, you know, purchase the weapon, before you can be allowed to purchase weapons, gives an opportunity for instructors to raise red flags themselves to say, you know, I'm getting a bad energy from this guy. He's been talking about some things in a way that and at least you can, you know, have an opportunity to catch some things before they happen. But between the, what is it, 15-minute priority 1 response time of the police in Detroit, and the apparent policies that the Republican Party thinks will work out for handling our gun issues here, it seems to be that none of them are concerned about anything until after it's happened, right? Like, they're not trying to prevent anything or make anything better, they're just trying to use whatever has happened to their political gain. Yeah? Yeah? Show up after the fact and say, well, you know what the problem is? It's these fucking SJWs walking around with their Antifa and their fucking wokeness. That's why we've got fascists walking into grocery stores and mowing down black people. It's because of Antifa and SJWs and wokeness and too many doors and what else have we got, Jim? What do we pull off of the you know, conservative hot list this morning? What came down on the fax machine? What was sent out from people, you know, who just finished doing some demographic polling amongst exclusively Klan members, where we found the ideal language to simultaneously dismiss that there is an issue while saying that, while blaming it on the people who are trying to fix it, who are actually trying to do something about it. What language came down this morning? You know, they've got to have, you know, there's a conservative fucking Reuters internally for these people to all get on the same page. How are we all going to, you know, because what they come up with is so fucking insane, it's so illogical and makes no sense. It's like no two people in the world could have come to this conclusion at the same time, so whoever did had a lot of emails to send, you know? Alright, that was a little bit crap because I was on the front of it. I didn't want to waste the time backing up, which I need to do. I need to take that time backing up. That's good. That's a really good setup. Fuck, it was just a little bit too far to the right. But I got the setup first try. Republican policy. Pray away the bullets. Hello, Z Alfie, by the way. When Uvalde had a school shooting, a Republican... How do you say that city name, by the way? I've only been reading it. I don't watch, you know, the news. I don't absorb it through video. It's too wearing on my soul. I very rarely. So I'm saying Uvalde. When Uvalde had a school shooting, a Republican senator was quick to comment, libel and defame an innocent trans woman to say it was some random trans Redditor who was the shooter. You know? Quick, point at the enemy. The people we've decided are the enemy without reason, but we've just decided that they are because we need an enemy because that's the only thing that we can do to motivate our racist base, our fascist base, our you know, they need an enemy so that they can feel like they're going to fight and die to uphold the something that's being taken away from them. What are we going to sell them that's being taken away from them, and who? Let's brainstorm, people. Who can we go at? The Mexicans? The Mexicans. That's good. That's always work. Good answer. Good answer. Blacks. Thank you. Excellent. SJW Cox. Oh my God. I think we got it. That's let's go to the board, Family Feud. It's got to be how their meetings go, right? That's what it is. His parents just ignored the kid's aggression issues and never really tried to get him help. That's another thing. That's, yeah. And how the hell do you end up with a gun in this country if you're 19 years old and you got aggression issues? You know, it's like, come on, we can have some systems, right? If we've got a license to fucking be on the street, if you gotta get a license to drive a boat, to be in a massive pool of water where you really have to try to run into someone or something, but you gotta have a license to do that. But you know, here's a magic wand from the Harry Potter universe where when you point it at somebody and just think that you want them dead, they die. Don't worry about that. No license needed, buddy. Go have fun. You know? We know that you just want it for the deer and the squirrels. Oh wait, the squirrels. Why are they killing squirrels? Oh wait. good one. Fuck, and that was not. You know, against the incredible contrary to your evidence to the contrary. And the thing is that we hear about, you know, everybody hears about these massive shootings and things like that. What the nation doesn't hear about as a whole is the every night, you know, small collection of this person was shot, that person was shot kind of thing across cities in the U.S., across the more populated, densely populated cities across the U.S., you know, and I think Detroit had a good year when it only saw like 270 people killed by guns on its street across a year. Like, that's a lot of human beings dying every night, that because it was two people arguing in the street and one of them pulled a gun, you don't hear about it because there wasn't a you know, crazy motivation behind it. But it doesn't mean it's less important. It doesn't mean the people who are dying on these streets are, you know, worthy of being overlooked, or that you don't get to consider them, the loss of life that's there. After Halloween, I will defend my jack-o'-lantern from squirrels with an AR-15. That's right. You know, and then the thing that bothers me most, and we're, you know, going to be looping on topics that I've already discussed and stuff, but is that there are, you know, reasonable places where reasonable people can disagree and have difference of opinion and difference of policy on these issues. There are tricky, you know, things to be figured out, and a lot of considerations to be made. But, you know, we have to agree that the problem with gun violence in America doesn't source at the number of doors on buildings in order to start having the conversations that could benefit us, where we could find out, you know, that this person thinks this thing, and you walk in saying, well, that sounds stupid and ridiculous, and then you hear what they're talking about, and you go, oh, okay, well, I didn't see it that way, but now I can see how that might be a thing. You know, we need to have these conversations, but so long as the goal is to just not, to find a nonsensical reason to argue. Alright, we're going into 2-9, we're actually just gonna run it. Fuck, it did it to me again. With the weird triple jump that I've got, and then it ate all my speed on that jump, and we're threatening to be hit by PB Boulder. This is the slowest 2-9 in history. 14 second? Yeah. Alright, hit this. Oh.
Run faster, jump
4.8 second time save! Holy shit, I got it! Holy shit, did I got it! That's how I'm conjugating verbs today. Holy shit, did I got it! 4.8 second time save off of a PB where we took 1 point something seconds off of it yesterday. Over my last PB, I've saved over 6 seconds. Over 6 seconds from my PB on the leaderboard right now. We've gone sub 1 minute 20 second. Holy fuck. And that 2-9 lost us 1.6 seconds. It was such a slog and such a piece of shit, and I fucked everything up. Oh, hell yeah, let's go indeed, Mephistopheles. Love your name. Love saying it out loud. We are done with Forest World. I'm done with you. Get off my plate. I got better places to be. 5 second time save. Finally pulled it in. Let's look at what that is on the leaderboard. So here's where I was. 1 minute 26. We've just gone sub 120. I have beat IDOS's IGT time. I've got 4th rank, and I'm 2 seconds and 110 milliseconds away from having 3rd rank with Toasty Sauce. Let's fucking go. Excellent. I didn't think it would come in that good. I genuinely didn't. I was thinking, I gotta get like 3.2 more seconds time save, because you add that together and that's over 4. It feels like I did something here. That's huge. That's the cut. That's the deep cut I fucking wanted. Yeah. Philadelphia is already up to 194 deaths from gun violence. Just this year, and we're dead middle of it right now. Dead middle of the year, 194, projecting, therefore 380, therefore more deaths than there are days in the year. And that's Philadelphia. It's not Detroit. It's not, you know, it's not a place that we associate with violence in the United States. I mean, we know that Philly is, but I mean, it's not like one that you think of on the top two, you know, most violent places in America, which I don't know. I have a different perspective. I live in Detroit, so Detroit's always been like, it's my home base of death and criminality. That's from Detroit. I live in Detroit. I'm from Oakland County. I was born in Pontiac, in a hospital in Pontiac anyway. But hell's yes. That's amazing. That is everything and more. Save them splits and we move on to another world, people. We're going on to winter, right? We're just taking it one by one at this point. Maybe we do. We go on to winter. All right, let's move on. What's Winter World PB for me? Huh? 9th. Oh, I'm happy for that. Although the gap here is not huge. 1 second, 2 second, 1 second, tenths of seconds. You know, this looks like it's a hard time gain to get. We'll find out. In fact, what we'll do, because I want to take a live stream break before we move on to running Winter World. Jesus. Hi, how you doing? Remember when I was that skinny? I want to watch it and find out what I've done here. Wait a second. Winter and Laser World. Okay. So, well, most things are even. What did we do in this run? Hang on. Let me set this up so that we can all watch it and it's correct. So what I need to do is I'll drop my webcam, number one, so that you can, I guess I can sit here, that's fine. But I need my input overlay and live split down so you can see the one that's behind me. And by the way, you know, 1080 fucking 60, do it. Like that, give me the quality video for fuck's sake. All right, so let's see what my PB looked like before and how I got it. This is in any percent, and this is from, what is it? When? From, wow, 2 years ago. 2 years ago, less 18 days. June of 2020. Go. Well, most things are evil. I mean, let's be honest, it's 2020, isn't it? Nothing's changed. So I took a 5.8 out of there just by jumping off to the left and wasting time going. Because I'm distracted again, like my mind is bored. Jump to the left for an 8.7. Go ahead, give it a try, do the PPTB, cool. I'm gonna try it. Probably. Jump to the left for a 9.3 or something? 9.1, okay. Although it would be really 3-4, I just immediately started running. I finally got there with good time, tried the PPTB. And then I'm gonna levitt the corner out here, turn and bounce off the ice pillar.
Wait, there's two of him now.
And then the 3-5 fall for a 3.1. That's not bad. Thank you, Noah Craw.
That saves a lot of time.
For the 100-bit cheer. And yes,
and
there's now two of them. If we keep running long enough, eventually I'll be watching a video that has me in it watching a video, and there will be 3 layers. In fact, somebody should clip this now. We just start building clips that have more and more pawns in them. Yeah. Clip it. I'll watch the clip. That was a bad 3.8 that slowed me down for a 7.4.
Oh,
and that was,
God, thank you, 3.9.
That was a bad 3.9, too. I mean, the time is okay, but it didn't look right.
Oh,
and then I went
shit,
for a PPTB to get
I'm off
up
the space bar
this.
entirely, though, hoping that we fall fast.
So we're looking at probably a 12.6 or something? What kind of time are we getting out of here? 12.8.
Yes! 117.14,
So this is my old PB, and the reason we're... Shut up! For Christ's sake, I'm trying to talk. The reason we're watching it, Noah, since it seems as though you just walked in, is because I just fucking crushed Winter World. I fucking crushed Winter World. I came in with a 119 in Winter World any percent. It'll be 4th rank when I submit it. I saved 4-point-something seconds on top of 1-point-some seconds that I saved the day before for a new PB. A total of over 6-second time save over my last PB. Yeah. It was real good. We just got it done, and that's why I'm looking at this, because we're going to go into Winter World, and I wanted to see if I did anything fancy or tricky, and it doesn't look like it did, except for the 210 PPTB, which I don't know if that's the best, fastest way. It comes in with a 12.8 there, but, you know, we've got these new methods. I'll have to look at, you know, what will or won't work. Ooh, what's this? What is this? What are we watching? That's not bad. Thank you, Noah. Wait a second. What is for the 100-bit cheer? Hang on. Yes, what are we watching? What's going on? What are we? If we keep running long enough, eventually I'll be watching a video that has me in it watching a video, and there will be 3 layers. In fact, somebody should clip this now.
That
Somebody
shit
should
feels
clip
like
this
clips
right now. We
that
get like
weren't
4
even
layers
possible.
going. Like, because someday there will be a
Clip
video
it,
where I'm
I'll watch
watching
the
me,
clip.
watching me, watching me,
That was a
watching
bad,
me.
3
You know,
days,
I mean, if
so-
we keep it up. Go back. No, don't do it. At least you can, and then I'll do it later. But I'm gonna take a live stream break because we just crushed it. We've been here for 51 minutes. We got that 45 minutes today. Don't count the 12 hours across 2 days of just running Winter World, as preceded by probably 3 hours of running it for half of a live stream before. It wasn't 15 hours to 6-second time save. You know, at least not if you ask the Republicans. It's too many doors. Yeah, live stream break. Live stream break before we go on, before we go forward to Winter World. I actually do have to pee, too, so it's not just a let's have a break for the sake of having a break. 4 pawns! Oh, God. But yeah, live stream break, live stream break. Give me some music. You guys like the Grandmaster Blues? 7 minutes, I'm gonna go pee, you do the same, meet me back here in 7 pawn, not out.
I've been fine and I've been wide. I even sailed to the 7 seas, but I ain't never seen that something that's still not me. Pick up my suitcase, head on down the road, and maybe when I come back, by then my love might have even sold. I said, I don't want no skinny woman, a woman who's got no sense of style. I want a girl with a diamond ring on her finger, one who knows how to sing anything. I just can't find this girl nowhere. Until I do, I'ma stay alone. If we can learn to love each other, then the truth will set you free. Oh, maybe pain and sorrow, there's no tomorrow. Will take a hold of me, baby, baby, baby. All alone, baby, won't you come along and hold me? I ain't the 7th son, but I know where I'm from. Let's head on, head on down the highway. And maybe when we come back, by then you will have seen things my way. I don't want no skinny woman, a woman who's got no sense of style.
The timing was perfect. Hello, I am the Ronin Pawn. And welcome back to a twitch.tv/Ronin Pawn live stream on twitch.tv/Ronin Pawn. We just bested Forest World in the segments of the Clustertruck Speedrun, coming in with a sub 1 minute 20 second time, 1 minute 19 point something something something. We're already moving on. But cumulatively managed to save over 6 seconds between multiple PBs that were put in on that world until I felt like I was done with it. And that last one, I was done with it. Even with all the losses across 2-9 that we took. But we don't look back, we look forward. And what we're looking forward to is Winter World. We're moving on to Winter World in the segments now to see if we can PB there. We've just watched my my old PB, which is currently rank what on the Huber Boogers, on the leader places, boards, doodles. What was it? We go back It is a 117,333. That is not what's showing in these splits, so I better make sure that I've got the right splits. Any percent. All worlds, world this, world that. World 2, world 4, world 6. If I go to no ability, some of these are missorted. Clustertruck any, world 3. There it is. There's the right one. And if it's being sorted as any percent, it's probably because I never changed the run category over. So let's do that in the splits file. There we go. Now it should be sorted correctly. Save those splits so that that's changes made. But 117.1 or 117,333 by the official time in the leaderboard for a 9th rank put in a year ago, but we actually looked at it and it's closer to 2 years ago. We're about 18 days or 17 days away from it being 2-year-old. 9th on the leaderboard, 117. And we watched the thing. It didn't look like there's anything like crazy special that I was doing on that old PB. So I don't know exactly where to start here except to put one of these in here and see if it comes in a little bit faster. We can get a better one, so it could still come in faster. And then I'm going to play with the spacebar a little bit to try and like have some downward speed, but not all of it, and come with a 9.0 instead. And then, alright, 3.4. I thought it was 3.5 already, but 3.4, I was just running it, but I suppose I could try and put one of these in and we'd find out whether or not it comes in faster in the long run. I gotta come in at a way better angle. That's the trick to 3.4. It's coming in at the good angle. Ooh, I got that first try, but 3.2 would be a time loss against the 3.1 we saw in PB. 3.7 is this. Okay. So we'll definitely be doing one of these on 3.7. Let's try and get a better one as long as I'm just practicing. That's not necessarily a better one. I don't know if I can get to goal on that one, actually. Yeah. Come forward, turn around, hit it. That's the good one. It's got height and speed and angle and all the things we're looking for, too. Or looking to for it, looking at it with and of prepositions. That was bad. Very bad. So let's try it again. There we go. That's the one. I gotta remember to keep my mouse down and be pausing at the right time and everything. 3.9 is just a 3.9 is a turn, jump back, throw. Like that. Yeah. Gotta remember my fingering for these levels. And then 2.10, we did it last time by that. If I were to try and get one of these off at the beginning, does it help? Like, one, I gotta clear that. Two, I've gotta get, like, everything out of it. And then the question is, do I have enough levitation to get to goal? And is it faster than the PPTB? I had enough levitation, and that's a lot faster than the PPTB was. We got a 12.8 out of the PPTB in the previous one, so just doing that on 3.10 can save us. In fact, that's the fastest I've ever done it, because I've never used this new method that we've got in any percent. Hey, Ronan Pawn. She used my 3.1 strat, easy 4-second time to save. I remember having one on 3.1 as well. And Little Magnets, thank you for telling me to bring up my splits and my overlays. So splits and overlay. Okay. Was I muted? How long have I been muted? When did that happen? Wait. Check, check. When did that happen? When did I get muted? What is yours, Noah? What is your time? What is your method on 3.1? Because I remember having a method myself. When I turned on the overlay, why would that have done it? I wonder if I just blanked out and actually muted it by hand myself. Why would that? Huh. Not muted for long, only a few seconds. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, what's your 3.1 method? Because I remember having something. But if it's something like this, it's gonna take me a while to like get good at it again. I don't necessarily. PPTB for 1 second. I suggest you watch my PB on SRC. It was so good, all other any percent runners copied. PPTB for 1 second. You're on this leaderboard. So it is out, and you're coming in at a harsh angle on it. Okay. Harsh angle at the tip of the ice there. Or actually just under the ice there. Well, that's the bad one. That's the one that didn't come in. It's this one. And that was just a little bit to the right of the lower thing with a harsh angle on it, or a very acute angle. Okay. Let's see if I can train that, because that's the kind of thing that it takes a while to, you know, figure out what the jumps are. And wait a second, did you just like lev off the side and go, or the jump all the way out there? And now I gotta look at it again because I was focused on when you're doing that, but I didn't look at the entrance. So it's an immediate pop jump that keeps you shallow, not a runoff. You just pop as you're coming in. Okay. And while we're practicing it, I won't restart from the level complete screen. Oh, it's a PPTB too, right? I think I gotta fall further, don't I? I'm still not, like, popping immediately. Is it something that gets consistent over time? I mean, you know, some degree of consistent. 1 in every 10. Doesn't take long to set one up and put it in. So set one up and make an attempt. Actually pretty consistent and like on the first level. Okay. Nope. Hop. That seems like the place I saw in your video, but you've got a different FOV, so you might be further away than I am. Okay, that was the best one we've gotten yet, I think. I'll just put a little bit more angle on it. Not too much more, though, because it was a very acute angle. Try and get a little lower. Now I'm relaxing my hand because I realize it's like really strained in this claw-like position doing this over and over again. I'm going to imagine it's putting the truck by your side. So you are close, then. Your FOV makes it look different, huh? Still gotta get lower. Closer to the wall. Okay. I mean, I can close a lot of ranks, I think, even without this, but I'd love to show up in the top 5. Top 4, even. I'm really taking it to heart here too, like all the things said. It's really hard for me to pop instantly coming in too. I always want to have like a little delay. Getting the PPTB part of it anyway, more and more often. When it hits you backwards, I think that means you're not looking right enough. Okay. Okay, that had a decent angle on it for a second. Hey! Shit. What do I do now? I got one. That'll be my, you know, there's gold as fuck over there. And I need to practice just running the levels, so we will, you know, do a little bit of running here. That's bad. Yeah, that's the part of this level that you got to get back into the swing of, is how far do I get out in order to make that turn better and smack off the inside of it at the right time and turn in. It's always been my thing with this one anyway. But yeah, Sum of Best immediately down to 111 from the gold on Winter World for a 3-second clear. Oops, I didn't mean to do that, but that's fine. Wouldn't hurt anything, just bank that gold. I remember being so proud when I found this, and it was so nearly world record, but then Alice took it and ran with it, and I didn't have any chance. That's always how it goes. It's either Alice or Wolfie. Shit. Okay, I forgot. Wow. That didn't clear, did it? Because I kind of thought I heard the clear sound afterwards. Okay, gotta be looking further to the right, I suppose. That's a little bit too far to the right, maybe. And too high when I threw it. I mean, if I can run on it, I can run on it. Take your time, set it up, do it right, and it might pay for itself. I don't think it did. No. We need to just run the level more. With practicing 3-1, I don't even remember what level I'm on when I hit it. Damn. Okay. Oops. And I think this actually would produce better times if I can get it without, you know, a stupid pause there. 3-5. It's just how I've always done it. That's not good, but I'll take it. Currently, I'm going to have to reset coming into this one. I do remember that. It's got a harsh level load thing that it does. That's okay. I mean, it gets me there. It's not great. 3-9, turn around, go back. Nope. Damn. Throwing too early. There we go. Need to practice. And I'm gonna need to get this one off quick, too, because of the thing coming up on me. If I take too much time setting it up, I'll just slam into the wheel of death. Okay. 10-5 that could be gotten consistently is way better than a PPTB that might be a 12-8, so I'll take it. Fastest I've done it, apparently. In any percent. No ability, I don't know. I only remember Spittle and Emily, and in 2020 she went by Alice. Yeah, there's been some name changes. Who's on the board there? It's we go back. ISOD, IDOS. IDOS used to be Speedy Boy, I believe. Another gold in 3-6. Some best at 111.85. We like to keep an eye on that, so we will. Oh, that's not how you do this. That's also not how you do this. Yeah, I need to just restart from in level for, you know, for a while here. You're jumping out way too far. That wasn't bad. Okay, that wasn't my fault. The game gave me a kind of a magic hop. Oh, hello. Shoot. I didn't mean to do this, but, you know, we got all that time saved there. Might as well do it no ability style, right? At least we still got a run going. That was not good. Time lost, just time waste, really. Bad. I was waiting. Like, when's gonna be the first time that I fuck this up? Okay. I didn't expect to fuck that one up at all today, but rust is rust. Reset when you come into 3-7. That sucks. Ooh, if I could have hit his truck wheels as I was going, then maybe I could have done something with that. Alright. So I'm best at 1:11:18 now, because of the 1 second opener. Pretty sure you were doing in-level restart too. Just seems like too much of a burden at this point to bring it in from out. With such a method. That was close. Overturning, I think. But, you know, whatever works. Ah! Again. So I guess I'm overturning to the right then, because my angle, my ricochet angle is closing too much. Shit, shit, shit. Fingers got out of sequence. Out of sorts. Really? I saw the fucking flag pass by. Hey. Again, I've forgotten, and so I'm just doing this. Damn it. Trying to find a way to make that, like, work faster, and I think I'm just gonna run this one. Even though it could be faster the other way. Bad. 3-5, first try, every time. Come on. Click the button. Reset. Ooh, nice fast turnaround and everything there. More height than speed. You know, don't love the angle, but we're in with it. Who can complain? I mean, I'm really good at complaining. I don't know if you've paid attention across the live streams, but fuck. If I have any skill, you son of a bitching level. It's complaining. It's mostly up and not direction or speed, but I might be able to use the height to still bring it in for a PB after like 10 minutes of running it, because that's how much time save is available between Noah's 3-1. That's definitely not anything that I came up with. I had something, but it wasn't that. Between Noah's 3-1 time gain and then a little bit of time save on 3-10, we can save another second here easy by just getting the baby bounce a little bit better. Already down to 116.58 by the leaderboards. That is a rank up. We've taken Something Max's slot at 116.85. Beat it by 200ths and something of a second. But yeah, with these methods, I think I'm going for taking your slot, Noah. Thank you for the help, by the way. But there's so much time save on my run with these methods. Yeah, it's gotta get me fourth at least, I would think. At least at this point. We'll see how hard it gets as we carry on.
Anytime less than 3.
Anytime less than 3. Thank you so much, Noah. Anytime Ooh, less than 3, it's any time less than 3. But yeah, this one comes in with the 1 second, or even just like a 3-second clear. Like, we're immediately going to be on massive time save just by starting with just about anything that actually comes in off of this method. Ooh, I gotta give it a second, don't I? Because, like, it might hit the goal. You know? Unless it's that far away from me. Yeah, you're right, it does become consistent. Like, I know exactly where I want to throw it now. Okay. It's close. That was also close. Oh, that's the sound I heard earlier. It was a little bit of trick bonus or something kicking in. It wasn't that I ended the level. Like, I won't even demand to have the PPTV at a full great time at this point. I'll just take anything that puts me in. That's fine. Shit. I really need to be doing the turnaround, but coming out of, like, spamming that method over and over and over again, it's just gonna be really hard. Yeah, that's not helpful. That's just time loss. That was okay. Not great. Fuck, that was just... I hit it a little bit too low. We're still practicing. As you can see that we need it. What? Wait, what? What? I can't... What are you doing? It's hard to know. Close. Real close. Very far away. Very close. Need to be a little bit lower than that. There you go. And apparently just running this one. Whoa! Shoot. I didn't do this well coming in. Yeah, I gotta fire it off faster or just not do it. Again, okay, not great. Ooh, that one shouldn't have worked. Click the button, please. I don't need my RTA to be 6 seconds slower than... Fuck! I forgot I gotta reset. 6 seconds slower than IGT by RTA is not needed here. Ah. I knew I was low on lev, and I thought I was a lot higher. Dropping the truck, I could pop off the top of it and just keep leving. But we were on pace at that point. That'll do. That's some pretty good speed off of it. Click the fucking button! It threw me off so much that I was still clicking the button. I come to the goal, I run straight into the ice pillar like I'm not even looking where I'm going. Because I wasn't at that point. By the Ronin Pawn, by the way, Ronin Pawn, I don't know. BTW Ronin Pawn IDK if you care, but you can shave 0.3 seconds off of 3.3 if you glance the back of the truck while you're jumping out. Need an example? I do it in my PB2. I remember like looking at a PB of yours where I was like, is that faster? He did like a little bit of like a lev boost as he went past there, and I was like, is that? And then I saw the time, and I was like, yeah, I guess that's faster. I've always been looking for something here that would do a little bit faster, which is why I play with the space bar and try and hit the lev at weird points and stuff like that. So is it, I want to glance it on the horizontal? Don't actually need lev for it. I've seen one where you leved anyway. I was like, that's interesting. And it didn't look like it turned into speed, but I don't know. Like the one that I just did. When I first found it, it was slightly easier. But I think without lev is faster. I know it's just gonna be like a certain moment of jump, but it's not like that though, is it? Like catching the middle of the truck like this? It's not that? And do I take a jump off of it after I get it? Catch the back of the truck so it gives you a tiny boost. Those words don't. Like a mini mega jump. Like catching the back corner of it just as I pass. So am I like holding spacebar as I hit it? That actually looked like it might have done something. Watch my PB, I think I'll get it. Okay. Back to Noah's PB. Play. Go full. Here's our 1-1. And just jumping out and going straight to goal is an 8-5. I need to remember that. So you're catching the outside corner in a way that I can't even see it happening. I can't even see something. Are you holding space across it? Like, is it giving you more height? Well, why would height be beneficial upon? I don't know. But I'm not even really seeing, like, the speed boost occur. Get low, you come across it, you glance the back corner of the truck, and then it's only one lev to goal off of that, and you pulled out an 8.9. I can try and reproduce the movement anyway, but I don't necessarily see it happening. And then I think you were holding spacebar all the way down because you only need one lev to get there. Okay, I felt it there. And there's the 8-9. And the 9-0. Maybe there was a little bit of it. It's definitely like a maglev kind of a thing. Oh, there it is. All the height I got off of that by holding spacebar across it. For the 8-9, yeah, okay. Wait, no. I wanted to keep doing it. Yeah. And that one I came off of the spacebar as soon as I did it.
You get it now, right? Kinda hard to explain the feeling, haha.
Yeah. Because you really are kind of gliding across it. Occasionally I, get a real, like, upward lift out of it. And now I'm playing with it to see if there's any addition to be had by not holding spacebar as I fall or holding it less, but Alright, I got it. I know what needs to happen. I don't know if I'll be able to do it, but again, thank you, Noah. Are we just here trying to beat Wolfie and Emily? Is that where... Why you helping me? No. Okay, pay attention, Paul. You gotta do all of the things now. Nice 2.5 to start. And then doing this, you had an 8.5. Shit. I gotta do it right. I was thinking about it and talking about it and stuff, but you had an 8.5 that way. When I actually run it and try and get speed off of it, I want to know if that's different in any way. World record is the only goal. With our powers combined, we can beat them. Also, I'm 5 cents short, and I can't be asked to refill, so I'm gonna take yes, I guess. Okay. Need to turn it in a little bit more, then. I think you're way overturning now. That's the subtle part of this, is that, that angle of hit. Although it does seem to be more consistent the closer I get to the wall. Am I crazy? Like if I'm super close to the wall? Like too close to the wall where it probably shouldn't even work? Oh, come on. That's a gimme. It's close enough to the goal cube. I think it actually went through the goal cube. I was just moving so fast the game couldn't calculate that I'd hit it. Okay, it doesn't seem to hurt me too much if I run a little bit before I get out there. Not that I'm going to try to, just that if I do it, I can still run on it. And still put an attempt in without resetting. I really just want to get to 3-2 again, so I can find out if this is as fast as an 8.5. Well, first I'd have to do it right, and I didn't, so... Yeah, that was bad. I didn't hold jump, but I think I had the right angle of attack on it. And we're gonna try this again! That's good. That's good. That's the first good one I've gotten on this level. Fuck! But the angle of entry is still an issue for me. There you go. Love the faster than light effect, yeah. Way too far away. It's precisely where I intended to throw it. As was that. Alright, let's do it this time. Is this as good as an 8.5? Yeah, that is exactly as good as an 8.5, and I fucked up 3-3. That'll do. Go ahead and take a little bit of time loss for you. Got to get the fucking turn right! Jesus! I was 3 frames late of actually just leving out of that. I was holding space, it should have given me a jump, it didn't. I needed to back it up with a lev, and I didn't. But that was very good death time, 10.5. It was a lot faster. Definitely faster than jumping over the side first, but seems harder. Well, I'm familiar with that one, so I'll go for it anyway. And it just feels more natural trying to like come out of here from doing this over and over and over again. Just start running instead of trying to set up Or instead of running out to the left. Pay attention to the precise place that you're putting, because I noticed that I'm not. That's exactly where I want to be throwing it. That's exactly where I want to be throwing it. That was a little bit up and right of it, I think. That was a little bit past it. There we go. Okay. I don't know if I got that or not. Didn't feel it. 8-9, so I guess I got something of it. And that's a very good throw here. Still didn't manage to turn that into time save. And fucked up 3-5. And I was just trying to get real low on that to get as much speed as possible. Yeah! Just when you're that close, it's just like, yeah! Nice! It's actually nicer than getting there. It feels more rewarding. Because I get to watch it and not have to start thinking about what's next. What do I do on the next level? Bullshit! My corpse went through the goal plane. Come on. If any portion of the player passes through the goal plane, fuck you! The rule. First ice hit. Twice in a row, too, or like one right after another, real close. Finally got it. Nice. I started this one a little bit crappy, but I picked up a lot of speed from movement there. Oh, I got that. Oh, I got that. I don't think I even need a lav. I'll put one in, though. Shoot. Yeah, I felt unprepared for that. Alright, there's a little time save for us. Good. And I got a next level click off of that, which I don't usually. It's a horrible entrance to this level, though. That worked out, even though it was a very short approach. I got what I need to get to goal, anyway. And that was a good one of these. What are we on? Is this 3-9 now? Yes. Good 3-9. Aw, shit. If I pull off 3-10, we got a thing. Okay. We could still have a thing. Don't hit the wall, though. Fuck! Just a little bit short. I was so goddamn close to the wall, it had to have just been implicitly short. We bought 3.8 seconds to the end, and then fucked up 3:10, and I lost time by resetting coming into the level, and then walking off the truck, and then turning around and throwing it, and we still could have PB'd. Definitely should lev. Think about... Wait a second. The one I saw said verified by Noah. Perhaps I'm looking at the wrong one. Ronan Pong, you definitely should lev. Think about how, if you're at the height of the goal plane, the quickest way is to go straight toward it and not diagonally down for 3-3 at the end. Oh, yeah, okay. To sort of take the, and also, like, I don't know if that's the way that the physics of the game works, but to take, like, the speed that you've got going downwards and turn it into lateral. Redirect the energy, if the physics of the game have any accuracy to them. But yeah, that makes sense. Accuracy to them in the way that an imaginary levitation power should work. Later in the live stream, we'll be discussing whether Green Lantern could or couldn't kill Thanos in a one-on-one match. What? That's good. Alright, I think this one's gonna be a little slow, maybe an 8-7 or something, but whatevs. 8-6. Oh, I got it there, Noah. You'd be proud. You'd be proud I got it there. 8-8. Okay, got stuck in the pause screen there, but I got an incredibly good bounce off of it. Fuck. I'm overthinking 3-5 because I know it's, you know, the one. But gotta remember to reset coming into this one, or else it's just gonna always be nasty. It's a really good pause bounce. That's a really bad one. I fucked it up. It was not luck, that was an absence of skill. It's a decent 3-9. See, I need to set this one up fast, and I need to get all of it. So, might as well practice a bit. And 10-2, you know? Another gold on 3-3 with that 9.8. Holy shit. Some best down to 110.28 now. I haven't looked at some best in a minute, but we've lost a second since the last time I saw. Who needs Green Lantern to win against Thanos when you have Squirrel Girl? Best I've gotten out of it, I think, is an 8-7, so you know what to aim for. Alright. Bank that. Oh, and that was, yeah, the fastest I've ever done that one, too. Okay. Just come in and then set up from a reset. Feel more comfortable with the reset start here. Damn. Get the jump off. Wow. That looked like really far away, but hell, the game gave it to me. Who might argue? I got it there too, Noah. I got it there too. And an 8-8 again. That's decent. Still not time save though. We got a run gone. Reset. Get down here, get it in quick, but do it right. All of those things actually happen this time too. Look at that, just like 3-4 levs out on this incredibly long level. Okay, that one wasn't great, but I can take it. I can use it. Ah. That is a gimme on 3-9. I didn't deserve that. I did not earn it. Oh, just barely cleared it. This could be PB. Deep cut PB.
Run faster, jump higher.
4.7 seconds time saved down to a 1 minute 11 810 millisecond IGT with like fucking 5.5 seconds lost to RTA. Doesn't matter. 2 golds, 1 on 3-7, 1 on 3-10. Some of best suddenly down below 1 minute 10 second. And what kind of rank does that tank on these leaderboards, friends? Back it up. So we stole all of our methods from Noah Craw. 111, 251. I got Noah's 5th, and within 600 milliseconds striking distance of 4th. I don't know where I'd get more time though, because that was pretty good. Like I'd have to get actually good at some of the subtle levels, you know, 3-4. Poof, in like an hour of D-Rust too. Yeah, the fucking methods are just powerful once you get out of like some of these. I was just a monster on Worlds 1 and World 2 even before this method existed, so it's hard to compete against it. But World 3, good God. You know, Noah saved us most of this, I mean, what is it actually? From where I started, it was 117, 333. Now we're down to 111, 81. We got the better part of 6 seconds worth of time save. And 3-1 is like half of it, more than half of it. Most of the time will be gained by performing better pause bounces, and I would say quicker too, right, Lolo? Like getting that turnaround. You got to like sit down if you're really going to commit to the kind of things that Emily is doing and Wolfie have done here, but Emily in particular. You really got to commit to like just training a certain movement of your hand over and over and over again, where you're just walking down the truck turnaround, walking around the truck turnaround, so that every time you do it, it's within a millimeter of where you intend, because it's just a timing of the fingers. And I don't want to do that. That sounds like a lot. I'm not. Like, you know, sometimes you get really shit PB runs. This wasn't one of those. Yeah, I don't know if I want to run against this for 4th rank for Toasty Sauce this time, because this is, you know, I know where there's time saved to be had here, but none of it's like, oh, that's easy, that's in the bag, except maybe like 3-4 save half a second, and then if I got really good, up to 800 milliseconds kind of thing on the 3-4 to come in fast and hard, hit that thing, turn around. But I think we might just take that and walk away from Winter World and end up doing 3 different segment runs today. I think we move on to what comes after Winter. Laser. Oh, God. I think we move on to Medieval World. No, I think we move on to Laser World with that. Bank those splits. Save those splits. Watch Emily's run, see what you can steal. From this level... it will make, we got a lot, there's 25 people watching right now according to my count. They see that, they're going to be like, what am I doing, wasting my time here? No, I can't show that on my stream. We're going to take another live stream break. That's how I reward myself, okay? We ran for 45 minutes. We got a deep cut new PB in World 2. Excellent. We ran for another hour. Less than an hour, like 50 minutes. We got a new deep cut world record on Winter World. We're going to attack Laser, but first I'm going to reward myself by having a live stream break. 7-minute live stream break. I'm going to go away. I'm going to do whatever it is that I do during a live stream break. You do the same, and then you meet me back here in 7, no more than 8 minutes, no more than 9 minutes, really. Probably just meet me back here is the point. Pawn not out. Hello, I am the Ronan Pawn, and welcome back to a twitch.tv/Ronan Pawn live stream on twitch.tv/Ronan Pawn. Hello, something Max. We're speedrunning Clustertruck, and we broke through a little bit today. I think things are going to slow down a bit now, but we've put in 2 new PBs across the segments here, Forest World and Laser World today, and no small, shoddy, does it even really count PB. They were big PBs that I'm very, very happy with and ready to move on to the next round, which is going to take us into Laser World, but we just cleared winter here with a 1 minute 11 second time, which moves me, I think, 5 ranks up on the leaderboard to fifth place, 4 or 5 ranks up to 5th, displacing Noah, who gave me all of the techniques here live in the live stream, taught me how to do the things that took his rank. Thank you again, Noah Craw. On a collab for Laser World 2? Absolutely. Anything you know. Could work out, maybe, I don't know. We need to back out of that. I need to, I think I already saved these splits. I'm saving them again, and now I gotta find my World 4 splits for any percent, which are all kind of half lost in my sorting here. So, really? My any percent says 143.6. That might not be the right file. Let's go over to the leaderboards, and let's head to Laser World. And no, that's true. 1 minute, 43 seconds. All right, Laser is the first world that actually lasts more than a minute in the segment runs here. So 1 minute, 43 seconds. Shall we watch and see how I got this one, just to see what's in there? So I'll pause it for a moment, and then I'm going to do the things. I'm going to take down, remind me when I'm done to put my input overlay and live split back up. But let's see what my Laser World run looked like.
I'm gonna try and protect this.
He's not a happy boy. So, just running with the aid of Lev through 4.1 for an 8.5, then into 4.2. And again, just running with the aid of Lev. 4.2 is really hard for me, too, to get everything right. The aid of Lev, dropping a truck, coming in with a 12.2, and going under the lasers, out to the right, back to the left, across, drop a truck, I remember this, and then in. And then 4.4 is just going to be run again with a bunch of short hops. One of them kind of has to be delayed or else you get to the front of the lasers too quick, but an 8.1 is kind of amazing there.
Okay,
and a
beautiful,
PPTB
beautiful,
to get up and over the laser gates, and you're still just crossing your fingers that you don't get hit by the lasers, because the lasers in those gates actually go up higher and further than the edge of the gates. They're just invisible past that point. And then this is just a pretty
here we go.
normal looking 4.6 for a 9.5, followed by 4.7 with a little grind there, a pop over this one, dig in there for a mega jump, and then Lev wants to goal. 4.8. I'd have to spend hours developing a method for 4.8.
Okay, fuck it.
Yeah, that didn't come in, whatever I was doing there. 4.8 is different on like every runner's PC based on their monitor refresh rate. The lasers move at different rates, and 4.8 is the place where it really matters. Changes things. Here on 4.9, I did the PTB off the side, which is the proper speedrunner method.
You got a PB.
I'm not good at it, never got good at it.
You fucked it up, Pawn. You fucked it up, Pawn.
Only got a little bit
You fucked it up,
there.
Pawn.
And then I fucked up my 4.10, which is a lock, a guarantee.
Me, I'm still in with a PB. Ah!
So it seems like there's a fair bit of time there on 4.10. As well as on 4.9, but this is not an easy world. This is a lot of nasty stuff. We've got a new piece of tech, to try and deal with it all, but, you know, it still is what it is. Input overlay and live split back up. We're in Clustertruck. I've got the right file loaded. We can start running it. Just pause bounce 4.8. Oh, right, 4.8 just down here, and then it's not enough, I don't think. It's such a long level. Even with, like, the biggest one I can get. That's not the biggest one I can get. That's... I don't know what that is. With a truck bounce, but it would have to be the best I could possibly get. And then that's a 10-4 coming out of it. That's better than what I'd probably get by just trying to run it, but I've done it in 8.5. How have I done it in 8.5 before? What is it when I just run it? Yeah, see, I don't remember the laser timings or which gates I go under and which gates I go over. And that's why you can't do that. Which I guess is why in the run I was doing something like that to get under or something. That, come to you. Okay, I just barely popped over there, but lost all my speed, and then we're here, and we're doing all that stuff. I think if I were on time, it still would have been like a low 10, right? 10-2. And I just, ever since I changed to a higher resolution monitor, I never rerouted this. There's a 9-4. Can I do that again? What did I do? You went under, but you gotta go over that. So what the hell did I do on that one that just worked for a 9-4? I went over you. Here's a 9-5 too. I got stuck on that one. It's more than long enough. Gotta be more careful with the lev though. You lev too often. You only get one lev. Lev and let lev. That's not more than enough. You don't know. You lev and let lev. Lev and let die. Oh. That one was, but it wasn't because of lev control. It's because I got everything out of that bounce. And getting the everything is still very inconsistent for me. I can get the one that's short of everything more often, and the one short of that more often, and then everything else is, you know, comes in as it likes kind of a thing, but getting everything out of it is a son of a bitch. How the hell did I get an 8.5? Was it some kind of, you know, I did something like that, and somehow it actually worked out for me? I wouldn't know, is what I would say to that anyway. But when I come into this one, I gotta go under there, and then you either go, well wait a second, you're already doing a trick like that in this world, so if you went under like that, you'd still need the bounce from the truck drop, and the truck drop's hard to get at that speed. Yeah, especially with my directionality there, because I'm having to suddenly steer to the outside of the gates. That's the wrong one. That works too. So a side grind from like a number of different places where it'll work in here, in theory. But that version I can't really get to the outside and get the truck drop when I need it. Because I need to be leaning a little bit to the right, like I can't be dropping it to my right and moving to my left, or else I won't contact it and get the pop off of it. You can also try vertical PPTB to launch you forward like people used to do on 310. Alternatively, try pause bounce from a truck that's further forward, or wait a bit longer before doing it. I like the wait a bit longer before doing it concept. Because it's going to make up for time. That's a 9-2. So once we've been past that shadow for a minute, then I hit it. I also feel like if you do wait a bit longer, then you're inheriting speed from the truck that it's building up. And it makes it easier to get what you need. There's a 9-0. That's what we do. We wait longer on 4-8 until it's past that shadow line, and then a bit, and then I hit it, and we can come in with a 9-0. It's not bad. Thank you, Noah. There you go. You're welcome. Thank you. Something Max says, my motto, never use movement. I don't know what I'm going to do across this whole friggin' world. 9-2 also. Like, I waited a bit long there. Okay, I got angle off of it though. Wait a little bit longer there and see if like that gives you speed that gets you going. Still have to land it and run it. And then, yeah, I gotta get back into the habit of leving. At the right place. This is fine. This is fine. It's fine. This is how I always wanted it. It's fine. Right in like that, and then up to here, and then out with a 14-second clear. Okay, well that's the kind of speed that I can generate just by running. And the lev, you know, the thing is it's a dual-edged blade, isn't it? Double-sided sword here, the lev. Because you can save a lot, and you can get more speed off of it. But you can also, like, turn your landing into a mag-levitation kind of thing, and then have something like that happen where you get a sock catch. Yeah, you don't want to do that. Stay with your, you know, with your strafe. No, see, you're leving at the wrong time. And I want to be using the lev, because I've got it, and it can do something better than just, you know, no ability style running. 12.2. Now we come in, we wait a minute. And then we do something like that. Pick my truck, come down on it, start running from there. And it's slower. So I come directly in, set it up as quickly as feels comfortable for me. No, try it again. Okay, that's a good one. It's still a 12.7. Ah, you can build an insane amount of movement speed over 4.2 that I honestly don't think the pause bounce could match. It's kind of looking that way, doesn't it? Looked in the Clustertruck code once, figured out that lev reduces your horizontal movement speed by about 5% or so. But then if you hit the truck just the right way, it gains speed. So yeah, I always suspected that too. I'm glad that you know, looked into it. But I always tried to avoid levitation because it does feel that way, you know? It's very subtle though. It feels like you're losing speed. Fuck. See, this is the bad part about this level. It's so, in theory, easy. It's just a line of trucks. But when you're speedrunning, trying to get every ounce of it that you can out of it, there's so many opportunities, being as low as you possibly can be to the back of the truck as you're trying to hit it, to catch the edge instead of the top. Okay, didn't really intend to do it that way, but I'll take it, and it's a sub 12, so I guess I just gotta run that one. What's the fastest I've ever done it? Just curious. 11.1. Well, I'm not even reaching for that. But yeah, this is... Alright, let's start trying. Whoa. Ran that one. You did the thing you said not to do, and you're just losing speed now. Fuck, and that's extra speed lost, and you're giving up all your levitations you're gonna need at the end of the level. Fuck it. I don't even know what 4.3 is. Okay. If I do it the fastest way, then I have to get really friggin' low, is the problem, and it's easy to hit the ground. If I slow down just a little bit here, then it's not as difficult to do that. I don't know that I need to do that here, right? Okay, do a good one of these. I'm gonna try and not actually even use the trucks if I can. If I get one of these that's decent, that one's not great, but this will, you know, be more like, this is the average I can expect. 10-0, what's my fastest through here? It's gonna be a 9.7. Alright, that makes that more consistent. I'll go with it on that virtue as well. What's 4.4? Right. And this is one that I gotta figure out the pattern for again as well. The any percent pattern. That's not really fast enough. I'm gonna kill the timer. We had an 8-1 out of here in my PB. So... And there's no way that you're going to be able to do one of these, because that's going to happen. There is the possibility of doing like a... coming out to here maybe, and turning around and lining one of those up, but god, that'd take hours to train into my eyes and hand, I would think. And even then you'd be fighting against the... Yeah, that's what you need to do, but you need to just run it, run it, run it. Last jump. Alright, well we know it's just going to be a hard run. And then 4-5. God, I hate this. Because it's a hard thing to do in the first place, to do one of these turn around and bounce off the same truck that you're on things, and then of course it's just RNG whether or not you die from invisible lasers. And then coming into 4-6, I reset, turn around, do that. How's that do me? It does me okay. I do this through here. Wow, it's a very tight space to try and get something out of. But if it comes in, I think I can get all the way to goal on that for an 8-5. And then we're here, and I just need to run it. No, no, no. We come up to it, we turn around, we wait for the shadow, and then we hit it. And I go to goal. And then 4-8, I either do that, or I just do this. Which is going to be a lot easier and more consistent for me. I would hope. I say these things, and then hours later, you know. Come on. Practice, practice. So this was my old method. When I'm really on it, that's how you do it. There you go. You need that little extra kick. It comes straight to the front trucks. And then we go through there, you know, not hitting the trucks like that, though. Bang, to there. Got a bunch of speed. Just do a kind of ghost pop there, right past you, and then dot. In the no ability, I managed to come up with something that actually gets me up and over and sends me all the way to goal in the fastest time that I'd ever had. But the consistency of that? Wait a second, what are you doing? Okay, I've done all of that wrong. But if I grind in for something like that, I mean, the other thing is I haven't even tried this yet. On this incredible, like, slant. Yeah, I don't know about that. Hard to just get down the front of the truck, and then I still need to get like a good, I gotta turn around on it, and get a good one of these. We're looking at a weird truck front, and then it's gotta go in a direction that doesn't suck, which it isn't. Go the other side, get your mouse down further too. Like that, a little more height and directionality. And I'm still arriving here at about the same time that I can get here by my method. Alright. Well, actually clear one with your method though, Pawn. Because you haven't yet. That's the problem. That can happen, but if you stay wide to the right, should be okay. And fuck. Hop, hop. Hop, hop. Up and over. Straight out to one of these trucks. I guess in that circumstance I'd have to do a touchback and bring it in for a slightly sub 12. Gonna be the wrong direction always, isn't it? Anybody got a method for this other than just running it? You got any ideas? Okay, you don't hold it there. you can't hold it there either. Right, well, no, that's what you said before. That's the same spot. You hold it here, you get the pop, it gets you all the way up to these guys, and ideally you land the front truck and turn that corner hard and just keep going. Okay, I did not. Do like that, get a big jump, drop a truck if I need to, better sub 12. Crying seems like a good option. Try a pause bounce, but I usually just run this down. I think running is going to be the best bet for just completing the run. This is, I don't know where this new method actually comes in. Like in a way that's super useful for us. Shit. It ate my speed right at the end. I'm just trying to run this. I'll even run it a little bit slow. Just trying to get through it. Running pawn for 410. I do a mega jump on the 3 trucks just before the big mesa trucks. Just before the big mesa trucks. Let's have a look at it. A mega jump. Mega jump. So you're diving into these guys that I just walked over the top of. Is it inside or outside on the mega jump? Like which truck are you using? The truck to the left, truck to the right, truck in the middle? Inside? Something like that. All the way to the right? Huh? Which one? I still need you to say it in a clearer fashion. The rightmost truck on the inside. Then you're going into a right strafe to catch him? What? They usually go... Oh, you mean the inside of the turn, not the inside of the trucks. So it's on the outside of the turn kind of thing. But... It's in my PB. Watch another Noah Crow run. There you. Now I gotta come down on you. And I gotta have the intention of doing the mega jump. It's just so weird because I'm used to having a ridiculous amount of speed through here. Pulling one out of speed is a lot, oops, harder. I accidentally clicked the right mouse button there. Not getting like a good mega jump kick off of it. Lean into it less because it's already on an angle. Mouse down more. Lev into it. If you're gonna lev into it, then don't jump. That could work. Felt good for a second before I died. Okay, gets me up, and you feed through there. And that's an 11-2. So if something as slow and difficult as that came in with an 11-2... getting it better. More directional. Out here a bit faster. I need more height though. Boy, this... Oof. I'd hate to get this far though and then have this be the thing that kills it. What are you doing? Hop, 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 hop. Lev, grind, jump. Even if I don't get it, then I can try and just land it and carry it on, I suppose. And it's just a question of what do you think, what's more efficacious. Nope. Okay. But I don't want to die not leving early enough, I'll tell you that. Like, worst case scenario, we have to do it that way. It's still a nicely sub 12 anyway. Landing it was your backup. I got into it from the trucks that are 3 rows back from the trucks you're doing the mega jump. I go into it from the trucks that are 3 rows back from the trucks you're doing the mega jump. Ah, so you're coming in like... So, pop, pop, those, and then like that. So you've got a more lofty kind of angle down to it. And sets you up for a nicer, smoother kind of a mega jump action. Okay. I suppose then I need to pop high instead of running off of this. I should jump from the top corner. Or maybe I should do like that. Do I go up and over? Yeah, no, that's a hard jump to pull. So from here, out, lev, catch it, maybe. That's not high enough. Damn, that felt good. Still wasn't enough. Still in with a 12. There's the big one. Still gotta feed it. And then in for the 10-6. I see how much it could do if it comes in. So far, not super consistent for me. But it's got a good backup. I just feel like I need to keep practicing it a little bit, because it does take me out of my old movement. It's a little bit against the grain right now. Okay, well, I'm not digging in the way that I should be. Whoa! I didn't intend for that to happen. Now, if I'm gonna do it, then I gotta dig my mouth in like I mean it. And then, fuck, there are lasers on this world? I didn't even notice. Alright. That just might die in the crotch. Yeah, you just double tap the lev if it looks like you need it, man, because... Alright, didn't get enough of it, but still have that as a possibility. Drop a truck. Fuck. Drop a fuck truck. What are you doing? Fucking everything up. Pop, pop. Here. Lev. No, the 2 levs is probably the better way to go. Boom, boom, because it will at least give me consistency, and then when I get there, I can try and set up for the better... I almost got my head through that. For the better lev attempt. Or the better mega jump attempt. It's not all of it. It got me out front quick. And in for a 12-0. Go immediately, let's see. I go on the outside trucks, so go immediately front right and skip one. Immediately front right. Boy, I don't even know how to land that with speed. Although I can do a ghost pop to here. That's interesting. Do like that, land this immediately there. I think I'm getting to these trucks a little bit earlier that way. Yeah. Oh. Okay. Now there's a method. Except for I got too much there. If I got too much, then I'd do this. I wouldn't even need the lev. Oh, come on now. Okay. Just go straight to those trucks then. This looks like this works a lot better for me. I don't mind that. I mean, I think it's kind of silly. It's better if I get a partial, though. If I get the one that just puts me up to here, and then I jump out there, and then I'm into you, Okay, it didn't work out, so let's finish it this way. And that's a nicely sub-12 time. Onto here. Then I can try it off of those trucks. If I don't get it, I'm out here, and I'm coming in with a nicely sub-12 time. That's gotta be, you gotta go for that one. Oof. And then for the 10-6. Alright, I've got a method for it. I could practice it for another hour and still not feel like I'm ready. But I think we gotta put it into the run. And give it a go. That will not get through, but I wanted to try it anyway. And just a couple more runs this way. Bang, bang. Okay, that's height. That is height. It's still an 11.6 even with the slam on the brakes truck drop. Okay. Will I be able to remember that? No. That's why you gotta keep running it. I also do, I suppose, need to look at this. You have to come in, turn around, and hit it fast. But you gotta hit a good one. Like that. We gotta try one that looked like it had potential in order to see if it's faster. This one I think was a little bit slow to start. I do have to be able to put it in though when I'm done. Yeah, that's okay. Okay, but I didn't really notice that it was kind of in perfect line with some other things. So that's an 8-9. What am I getting when I run it? Presuming I get through. Because I can't remember what the average times are. Well, I could just look at the splits, couldn't I? 8.5. So, in order for this to be valuable, I would have to fire it off really quick and get all of it. And then get lucky enough to come through. That was not all of it. And it's a 9-2. I think we're just going to run this one for the consistency that it's going to give us. Plus, it'll, you know, be developing something I can use again later. Alright, and then into you for a run as well. Fuck! You're an idiot. Well, I need some experience running, because I don't even remember what level's up next, and what I'm going to do on it. So, yeah, 4-3. I remember now, Ma! And 4-4. We were just going to try and catch a pop from a side one before we got to the front of that one, but okay, I fucked it up anyway. 4-5. Fuck, my hand's out of place. The mouse is kind of trapped by the wrist guard. And I'm out of practice, but the first one at least, first couple of them. Fuck. Make it slower, and then you can get something out of it. Slower, have some hang time, etc. Don't hold the spacebar though if you get fired all the way up here, you idiot. Reset as we come into this one. I had a lot of time to think about what was going to happen. So I remembered this level. Still in. Fuck. Make sure that you're taking the time to set up for the good ones. You get a good one out of here, you're way better off. Boom! That's brilliant. Surely I can go all the way to goal. Yeah. What comes next? Oh, right. And I did that perfect. And then 4-9. You don't do it like that, not at all. You come down, you're doing these. find out when we start, like, being able to compete against our splits what we're doing. And you, up to here. Lev, down to that one. Dig in. I got a good high throw. Ooh, just barely. Almost. Almost. Okay. We start running on loop. We start forcing ourselves to work this stuff in, build up a memory for the progression of the segment and everything. What's there a controversy about this game in GDQ? There used to be. There was once upon a time, 2000 something something. Gold at 4.8, by the way. Some best down to 137. What is a good sum? Like, what are the, like, good times in this level? What are we... Do we have any hopes or dreams here? Ronin Pawn at 143. There's a 140 by Noah, a 138 by Sandwich, 136 by AJ. So probably the most I could hope for would be to take 4th from TF. It's a big drop from there to 3rd. 1.5 seconds more, but this is, you know, that's a lot to go from 143 down to 133, right? 10 seconds of time save on no days derusting on this level. I think that'd be a lot to ask. Well, and mine is a resubmitted no utility. All of your runs in any percent are resubmitted no utility. A lot of them. The only world I did not upload a run. Apparently, I haven't submitted one to 7, 8, or 9. I don't think I ever did. I think by the time I got done grinding any percent, I was, you know, no longer happy with life. Once I got through, you know, World 6, it's like I don't think I need this in my life anymore. Let's just run the full game. Ah, that one laser. Okay. We got one started. I'm not even looking at the times either, I'm just running it. Fuck. I hit that lev at a reasonable amount of, or a moment. That should work as long as I don't hit that crystal next to me. I'm gonna touch down on the truck because I don't know about that with the lev. Oh shit, that's just a runner. Fuck. It'll take me a while to not trip on everything. Seriously? There you go. Alright. Less than 9 attempts is a good. Okay, don't get hit by the lasers, please. Fuck! Last laser kills me. Alright, let's do a reset. I'm not gonna do too many resets, I don't think, early. If we get something running, because I need to keep grinding, practicing. Oh, I almost found the space. No, there was just no gap on that one. That got in my way. Fuck! The last laser. This is the level that makes you give up, you know, on this world. Because of the attempt to run it as fast as possible while dodging a bunch of lasers that are completely RNG, and the more that you actually do dodge them, the more time you lose. The more you're recorrecting your trajectory. Just gotta have long eyes. So it's like there's situations where you see it coming, but it's like, if I turn for that, then what use was it actually running the level? I might as well just run headlong into it and die. But I do not have long eyes right now either. Fuck you! I was about to turn to a right strafe to avoid it. Nice. For a sub 8. A 7-9 out of there. Fuck! I caught the corner of the one in front of it, and there's all the speed from that. Eat my asshole. Please. Alright, that's horrible. I'm just gonna have to land the trucks and bounce around this gate. And then this is a runner. I at least remembered this level this time. This is possible. You'd have to be incredibly lucky. But it's gotta be possible to push through those gates. I'm trying to stay high because, like, statistically speaking, the wider the angle between the lasers, the less likely, right? From a perspective of mathematics, it's gotta be more likely to live the higher you are. Even though it keeps you away from the goal for longer. Reset. Come in, turn around, walk off the truck like an idiot, walk off the front of the truck like an idiot. Now we've got the RNG for the rest of the game set up. So that was all intentional. You know, we're going to be able to get a Squirtle as our starter. He's going to have really good fucking special attack, too. Don't need to reset on this one. But do need to hit that at the right time with a good hit. That was not the best of them, but I think because we waited, I'm still okay. Just walk off it. That's fine in a speedrun. Don't see what harm that could do. I can get it from here. It is not enough height. But it was, you know, at a place where I should try anyway. If the invisible lasers work the way we think they do, then probabilistically speaking, you are correct. Probabilityistically. You can run through the lasers on 4 or 5 if you aim it correctly. Wolfie and I have done it very hard, though, and not at all consistent. Yeah, I've been able to do a thing where you, like there's 2 of them, or maybe 3 of them or something like that, right? But yeah, I'm not going to do that for the segment run here. What am I going to do? You're going to jump in here and run like a banshee. Hope the lasers don't get in your way. Take something out, and then start running again like a banshee. That was a horrible entrance to the level. Still not quite at the point where I remember exactly what it is I'm trying to do. Fuck. It's fine. It's better than we've done so far, I'm pretty sure. It's a good one. Would have been better if I didn't have to right strafe to catch it. I'm going to land the front truck and walk it in. And then... that'll do. Okay, wrong direction, but, you know, we've got the height. If I get this in, it'll probably be the same speed as if I had just done it, right? Okay, you got a reset coming into that one. Now you've wasted a lot of time, and because you tried to rush it, it's just all time lost now. That's good. Probably go to goal on this. No trucks. Okay, got a reset coming into this one apparently too. That wasn't good. So, because I didn't have my mouse far enough down, which means we got to do that. And I come forward on you, and I miss the pause timing on that, and then I don't get the jump that I need anyway, and now we're dead. See if I can't remember how this used to be done. Like, I'm pretty sure in my PB that we just watched, I did this because I had already, like, lost too much time, or I felt like I was too slow on other levels or something. Okay, that's not good. That's the worst way to do it. I want that little pop from you that takes me to there, and then 1, 2. No, you don't even want the 1, 2 when you've got that. Alright, so here, take a pop, into it, grind it, didn't get enough, So you just come to here, right strafe around this wall as it turns, and die a millimeter from the goal. Perfect. Okay. What are you doing? You don't have to make it that complicated. I saw that laser, and in order to avoid it, I could not continue the run. Just like that one. Just like that one. God, they're bad RNG loads over and over and over again for me here. Oh, that one came out of nowhere. That lake jumped right out in front of my car, officer. Couldn't have possibly avoided it. Even if I hadn't have been drinking. That's not great. There's a lot of slowdown in there. Whoa! It's fine. It's a long level. A lot of time to build a lot of speed. I gotta stop using my lev, though, because I'm gonna need some of it. Oh, no I'm not. Good throw. Pretty quick setup. But still gotta touch this truck and go in. This is bad. You put yourself in a position where the lev is hard to get. Okay, well we got the height. I'm off the spacebar, and now it's just down to fate and fortune. Got in, reset. Decent throw. I think I can get to goal on this. Should have just dropped a truck, I guess. That I was leving quick. But I was like trying to decide, should I go over or under that laser? Didn't make the decision soon enough. Ended up costing me an extra levitation. Okay, see that ghost lev? Fuck! That one coming from the right. Who saw that? Saw that. Okay. Some friggin' speed going here, please. Whoa! That's a lot of speed that I lost all of. Excellent. Fuck. And I'm not getting it here. I gotta slow down. I don't think I've gotten it here once yet. I gotta slow down in my setup on this level. Okay, wait a second. I got this. What level am I on? What do I do here? Ugh. Fuck you. Avoid the first one, walk dead into the next one. Avoid the second one, walk dead into the third one. Okay, that's really good RNG, and then I just didn't build any speed on any of my jumps. Woo! Okay, thank you for that. Thank you for eating a huge portion of my time right at the beginning of the level due to a pop, and then that was my fault. I leved when I should have just ran. Set this up, hit it well, and then it will carry you. Not where you want to go. Fuck! I gotta get back in tune with like when you need to lev if you want to clap the surface of a truck. Yeah, just slam the ground there. There's no way I'm getting out of that now. All I have to do. Fuck! With the little bounce from nowhere. I was past him, he's got invisible fucking thighs and he's doing a tango. That was okay at the end of it. There you go. More distance. Takes me in. Yes, sir. Uh-oh. Okay, yeah, that's what I wanted. Was a magical jump that defies physics that I didn't ask for. Off the space bar on this one. Not great, but not bad. I think I will choose to touch down on the truck and walk right into the laser. So you can't do that there. We're learning. Hi. Say hello to the lasers. Say hello to the tops of the trucks that somebody put fucking molasses on when I wasn't looking. I almost made that work. You gotta give credit where credit is, you know, because you haven't been actually increasing the wages of the American populace for about the past 50 years. So you gotta give credit. Otherwise, how are they gonna survive? The only way they can do it is to go into debt. Okay. Thank you for that level load. Got a fucking Bronco of a level load. And how is that possible? Got a fucking SM-64 invisible wall on the back of a moving truck for a second there. Fuck. How did we get to this topic? I zoned out for like a second. When I'm not running well, I try and get political, and it helps. Oh, fuck. I forgot which level it was. I was thinking I was setting up for 4 or 5 in my mind. And when I got here, I still wasn't ready. Set up for it an entire level early, and I still wasn't ready for it. Fuck! The one I can't even see? Alright. Reset. Yeah, I knew laser was gonna be, that's why I said when we came back from live stream break, I think our forward progress is about to arrest. This is gonna take a minute between the RNG and the high levels of skill. What, those slewed down. They slewed right down mid-fucking rotation. Like, you gotta at least maintain whatever your rotational rate is. Or else it's just not even fur. That wasn't bad. And that was pretty good, but I had to scrubble a lot of it off to not die to the crystal. You're saying crystal. That was not great. I just don't have like a... I don't have like a set of finger moves for this that are practiced and ready to go. If I just hold right as I step off and jump, then I guess that has a chance. Oh, that's beautiful. They gave me more than I deserved, I think. Okay, gonna have to come down and go up and over and through. Oh wait, right. This is a little low, but the angle and speed is actually perfect. Wow, that's probably the best one you can get. No, I was about to fall off of it. Okay, again, you want to get your mouse a little bit lower than that for these. Fuck. Noah just screwed me with his method. Unless it pulls it back right here and actually evens out. 8.3 seconds off our first completed run that has any decency to it. Maybe our first completed run. I ran out, yeah. But gold in 4.6, some best down to 136.21. Have the most explicit love-hate relationship with this game. With everything, with all of the games that we play. Kerbal? Fuck you! There was warp speed. Did you hear Chakotay saying, Janeway, we can't keep this up. We're gonna run into those lasers. And then Janeway was like, oh shit, we just ran into those lasers. Fucking Borg tunnels. Can't trust them for shit. I had all the speed. I took it. Okay. Fuck. I got the pop that sends us straight up. I'm not getting the pause timing right. And there's all our time save. Let's just restart. Never seen more love-hate than with you and Kerbal. I don't know, there's the political streams. Yeah, I think I might love-hate everything. I think I misconstrued what my Zen Master meant when he said the middle path. I guess I just figured it was both extremes at once. Fuck, that was good speed, but couldn't land that next truck. Fuck you! Coming out of nowhere. Nice. I'll take it. Gets us started. Oh, thank you. Yep, that's great. Loving it. You make me think about, like, turning around on one of these trucks I'm running on and doing the new tech. Perfect. I mean, I did the method perfect. I did not get the perfect throw, though. And I'm... I almost went under. I fucked everything up after, too. Okay, that slowed me down for some reason. I thought I was, like, gonna get whipped thousands of miles per hour forward. Both of those turn into sock drags. Fuck! I was a millimeter too far left. Trying to find that space betwixt the twain. I'm starting to get the long eye though. Like, I don't know if it's gonna help, but I can tell that I'm kind of looking more what's happening ahead than what's happening in front of me. That's pretty good. I set things up right, and then I don't pause at the right time. Or I paused at the right time, but I didn't set things up right. Alright, I have to run this one. Fuck. Gotta get one past 4-3 over here, or else I'm gonna change the method. I don't even know what time I was getting out of that, you know? I mean, literally when I decided that's how we're gonna do 4-3, it was very much in part, like I said aloud, for the consistency. It'll be more consistent than me trying to run it the very tricky little way that I have to run it. And so far, we've had nothing but... Like, we've had consistency, just the wrong kind. Consistency of failure. It averages out to be extreme to both ends. Just love and hate turns into... like. Swagger with the right strafe switch there. Fuck. I need one of those. Oh shit. Why did you do this? Because you were saying there's a lack of consistency. 1, 2, drop a truck. Okay. And we're running again. And I lost all my speed, so it doesn't matter what I do now. Not on that level, anyway. Really? Yeah. Give me that first try. Whoa! You gotta pay attention, Pawn. That's pretty good. And that's pretty good. Not gonna try and go all the way to goal with it, though, because I didn't trust it. Okay, yeah, remember, you gotta reset on that one. And this one, waiting a little bit, actually helps me get to the end. Same thing on 4-9. Well, not with the weight, same tech on 4-9, not the same theory of tech. Fuck. 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 Yeah, well, fuck. Half a second. Only half a second off. I can't believe we were only 1.3 seconds short of my 410 there. Oh, right, my 410 was horrible in the PB. I fucked it up hard. Yeah, so there's a lot of time saved right there. Half a second off of PB with all of that nastiness that we did. 4-5 fucked me. I've got to get 4-5 first try, huh? Looks like it. Bank it. Head back in. Give me a hole. Thank you. Fuck. It'll do. That won't. God, do I have to reset every fucking level in World 3 when I come into it? Is that what we're looking at here? Going over the lasers, but landing the truck with a little bit of boost. Nice. Now get it. Damn it. Yeah. And then give me one of those, why don't you? God, frickin' balls. How are we that far behind? Where am I losing time? What did I do on 4-3 this time? That I lost that much time on 4-3? I need to run 4-3, don't I? Did I not run it that time? Get in the middle of it, and it's like, I can't remember what I was doing, what I am doing, what I intend to do. Oh, that one came out of nowhere. Nobody saw that coming. Shut up. So I'm not even doing this new strat, this new tech, until we're like halfway through the game. Is that where we are on this? Fuck. We'll do that. We're like halfway through the segment. We're not doing 4-1, 4-2, 4-3, 4-4, or 4-5. It's 4-6, 4-7, 4-8, 4-9, and then we close with Noah's method. Yeah. Alright. So I'm just running. You know, just putting that in my head, saying you don't gotta mix the new strat in. You know, it shouldn't change anything, and probably won't, but it just makes me feel so much better. All you're doing here is running Clustertruck. You're not adding in any new techniques that you didn't know yesterday. You're just running the game. Okay. Gotta do better than this. Yeah, a lot better than this. 4-4, still just running. Oh, that's horrible. I'm doing everything awful. Yep. Alright, get this though. I did not. And we're dead from the lasers anyway. So 4 segments, is this the worst RNG level, actually? Because I'm starting to think about it. For the segment, is this the worst of it? For RNG? Because you get the RNG up front here, you get the RNG of 4-5. And I mean, it's run-ending RNG. Where else do we have that kind of RNG in the segment runs with our current methods? Okay, Jesus. Focus on consistency and getting something out of these attempts, please. There's an 8-1. It's not bad. That's bad. Just pull it back, pull the speed back, keep the run up. Okay, I got that through. That is the hardest way to do that. I don't want to be trying that every time. Trying for that super fast method, I'm going to intentionally try and do my slightly slower version of the same concept when I come in there, because it requires too damn much. Fuck, man. How am I a 1/10 of a frame late on every lev that I put? 1/10 of a frame? Subframes, yeah. You heard of them. Yeah, the lasers were just unavoidable there. Unavoidable chin move lasers. Unavoidable if I wanted to keep the speed, you know. And that one, there's nothing I can do about that. I cut left, I'm fucked by the next laser. I stay where I am, I'm dead to this one. Same thing. Same laser position twice in a row. Holy! Didn't expect to live. That shouldn't have worked. Alright, yeah. Gonna have to reset coming in here. Oh, Jesus Christ, Spawn. Just like that. Slow version. Yeah, real slow version. Like the slam to a stop version, even. You guys got any political views you could get me started on? I need something to distract me. I need to be talking. If I'm actually focusing on Laser World while we run it, it's a nightmare. Heh, 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 heh! Slow as hell! Keep it going. Don't care. And that's, so I got an 8.5 to start out of here in the segment previously. Okay. So that's immediately 4/10 of a second time save. Start like that. I'm running out of lev. I got one more. We're in. Okay. That'll do. Got screwed by the opening jump. Means I don't have to worry about the lasers, so there's that one good thing. Okay. That was a horrible setup, but at least it came off first try. Odds of getting through with the lasers. We got through. Click the button, reset. And now we're doing the thing and I immediately fuck it up like so bad that the run's dead. Oh, that's not cool. That's really not cool. Like I'm not doing that for so long and then all of a sudden I have to do that. Ugh. Okay, I was trying to get on the outside of that one, come through between them. Oh, pick that speed back up. Still came out faster than PB. One little hop. Not little enough. Republican bad. Yeah, right? They don't even have fucking, like, policy. They're not even politicians anymore. They're just people who stand in front of cameras and shout, bah! You know, they don't... And their solution to fucking gun control is more doors or less doors or something like that. How does gun control have to do with fucking doors, fucking assholes? Kids getting killed in fucking schools. The solution is, you know, the SJWs need to shut up or something. What the fuck is that? That's not politics. Jesus Christ, these fucking assholes up in Washington. The Republicans, the conservatives, they're courting fucking racism. It's courting ignorance with racism in order to generate power for the wealthy. We were doing good for a second there. Get me foaming at the mouth and the speed run will start coming in. Fuck. Again, this level just left behind. Alright, it's not... It's fine, it's great. It's my favorite, it's the best I've ever had. The best I've ever had! They want to conserve the shootings? Yeah, maybe that's what they've misunderstood about conservatism. They're thinking about it as a conservation. Conservation of, you know, poverty and schools that don't work and people dying in the streets from unregulated guns. They're trying to conserve things that they're supposed to be trying to get rid of because, you know, they're bad things. That's what the problem is there. I mean, we know that they don't know, you know, what critical race theory is, so why would they have any idea what conservatism was, right? And they just keep coming on television and letting everybody know, and they don't seem to care. They do not care. I mean, in the most explicit way, they do not care that every time that one of them says, you know, CRT, this critical race theory in our schools, we need to get it out of there, that the printer of, you know, whatever journal it is that they're speaking to, now goes and has to, like, and they absolutely do this, they now print as a side thing that this is an incorrect belief of what critical race theory is, and they have to because they're fucking journalists, and they don't care. They don't care that they are being quoted as being ignorant and wrong every time that they say it, because that's what they're doing it for. That's who they're trying to court, is the ignorant and the wrong. Like, how many articles would you think that a politician would have to be shown to be objectively incorrect in their belief what words mean before they would stop saying it? Before they would, you know, replace it with something else. The problem is, if they replace it with what they're talking about, it'll just be, we don't want to talk about the history of slavery in America. We want to pretend like our history is fucking great, like the forefathers didn't own slaves, like the White House wasn't built by them, literally. Also figuratively, by the way, but literally, you know, because the wealth of the nation built on the backs of people who weren't allowed to generate wealth until about 50 years ago. So figuratively, but also very much literally, the White House was built by a slave labor force. The center of our democracy, the head of our government, is a building made by slaves, who at the time were counted as equal to the value of 1/5 of a white man under the Constitution of the United States of America. Or is it the Declaration, or is it the amendments? Where is that part, by the way? Article... something. Whoa! Did you see that? That was a double boost off of the top of a thing. Hey, Pawn, tell us about that cute thing your cats did today. They didn't do anything cute. They've been talking about doors. They also want to conserve your life until you're born. Yeah. Yeah, that's what you know, best advice to, you know, any woman in utero right now, any fetus who's planning on becoming a female in America, stay in there. Stay in there, honey. You got more rights right now than you're gonna when you're out. Hey, we just go over. That's another plan. Fuck, that whole thing was off the rails by the time it might have been relevant. Just stay in that womb, hon. If you're planning on having ovaries, you've got the most rights you're ever gonna have before you hit the air. Okay? After then, we're not sure whether or not you have the right to self-determination in your own life. We don't know. We don't know. 2022. And, you know, just long enough, I guess, for most of the women who led the women's suffrage movement that actually got women the rights that they didn't have until now. I guess just long enough for them to start keeling off in big numbers. Not being able to remind people what it's been like and what they worked for and what they're losing. I guess that's where we are now. They were just waiting for the right timing on it. That's fuck. I don't know what to do there. Like, when I get it, I get it. When I don't, I don't. And I don't know what I would have done differently. I think that was actually working, wasn't it? No, I think it was more like that one, and I reset on it. Because I'm a smarty. Because I definitely didn't pause on the right frame. And I could see that. But then the trucks seem to be coming up in it. Okay, 8.2 to start, a little bit faster than PB. Immediately got a sock grab here. Fuck. Alright, that's just me trying to get a little bit more out of it. Hey, Rowan Pawn, talk about the World Revolution. I've got some badges that you could sew onto a coat that I designed a few years ago, if you're ready. Are we ready? Is it time to pull them out? Huh? Are poor people going to start taking the lives of rich in the same numbers that the rich have been taking the lives of the poor? Are we ready? Is it happening? Oh my god, it's all happening! Are we gonna do accountability? Holy shit! I thought we voted that out. I thought we were against accountability in general. Hey, a little bit slow to get it started, but I got it started. Even if we get hit by the lasers, I'm not gonna scream out loud because of it. We did— FUCK! We did good work there. Yes, what can I do at that speed? Viva la revolution! That's right. You know, I'm pretty sure we can talk over. Like, if they can go on TV and speak to journalists and shit like that, and continuously say critical race theory, as though it means something that it doesn't mean, because they'd have to invent a new word to try and hide the fact that they're just talking about being racist and wanting to ignore the history of the past and pretend like it never happened, which, by the way, is how you get more racists. You know, people who can't see, well, why is it that things are like this? And why is it that this certain race of people is poorer than everybody else? Has lower standards of living wherever we find them? And this is weird. Why are they in prison so much more often than everybody else? This is, must just be something about that color of people. When you don't teach the actual history of how we get here, that's how you get racist. It's almost like that's what they're trying to do by outlawing the history of the United States of America and calling it critical race theory. But you know, wouldn't a professional, wouldn't a fucking dignitary, we're talking about ostensibly the, you know, American diplomats to the population of America, right? That's kind of what we're talking about here. The people who represent... Holy shit, look at how fast I went through that. I'm gonna stop there because that was incredible, and we've lost time because of how many times it took me getting started. But what is that? And I've done it at a 9.7 before in any percent. Some of these I might have done faster in knowability because I take more time developing in knowability. You know, some schools in America not even teach evolution. Oh, Jesus, don't get me started! I think that's a really, like, I hadn't considered that until this live stream when I started saying it, but wow, what a point to make, right? Why? isn't your job to, like, speak and represent? Aren't you a representative? And every time that you say CRT, the person who's quoting you has to now go out of their way and say, that's not what CRT is. Please don't be confused, you know? Twitter's gonna start putting a fucking banner up saying critical race theory is a theory used in legal schools as a law premise where, you know, that acknowledges the creation of the concept of race, that it doesn't exist in and of itself until we create laws based on the color of people's skin. And when you follow the history of it and track it like that, you know, they have to print a fucking thing about CRT every time they speak. How can you have representatives who are speakers for a living who don't care that every time they say the word, the people who are reporting have to also report, this person is dumb and wrong and saying the wrong thing? Is that not evidence of what they're trying to do? Is that not evidence of who they're appealing to? The ignorant and racist? This is your job, don't you care? Don't you care about your image? Like, I understand you don't care whether or not, you know, poor people die, or, you know, there's funding for welfare, or that, you know, the country's gonna be standing in 100 years, or whether it's just gonna be the, you know, United States of fucking Disney and Comcast. I understand that you don't care about that, but you're supposed to care about your image, aren't you? Isn't that like your main thing? I thought you guys were all, you know, high school rejects who were desperately seeking popularity in order to fill a gap because mommy and daddy didn't pay enough attention to you, and nobody liked you at school because you were a real sociopathic dickhead. That's what I thought it was, and so that's why I thought you really cared about your images, publicly. But how can you claim to be caring about your images or doing your job when you continuously say the wrong words to mean things that those words don't mean, have people pointed out about you, making you look stupid and dumb, and don't change what you're saying, you fucking idiots? Hmm? That's not what we mean by critical race theory. Well, what do you mean by critical race theory? And you know what they've come up with? They do have language for it. But it's not, they can't just say CRT, and it's much easier and better to say CRT because you can actually start, like, tearing them down once we have words that we agree mean the same things. But their language has to do with teaching our children that some of our children are responsible for the other children suffering because they're the children, something like that. It's something like that, where somehow we turn what, if we're gonna have any kind of conversation about race in America, surely it's focused on, you know, the victims of it. Somehow, they managed to turn that conversation back around about the white kids in class and how they're being, you know, mistreated and miseducated, and just, they're gonna be so depressed to learn a version of history where it's them who's responsible. And it's like, you know what? I'm gonna tell you something right now. It's not little white boys, little white girls in schools who are responsible for slavery. It's their grandpas and their grandpas and their grandparents. It's our lineage, it's our past, it's our history. So, you know, when you're teaching it, it's not teaching white people are bad. It's teaching, hey, this is some shit that white people have done in the past, people of other colors, and look at how things are right now and how that's a direct result of it. And hey, what if we didn't do that again? What if we learned about it and realized that Thomas Jefferson and Abraham Lincoln and Washington, all these motherfuckers, were slave-holding motherfuckers. They did some good things. They did some really, 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 really fucking bad things. Okay? And if we acknowledge those bad things, think less of them because of it, because, you know, if you don't think less of them for the bad things that they've done, then what is the fucking effect here? If we do think less of them because of it, acknowledge it, then maybe we won't end up with a generation of NASCAR dads, according to Republicans. That's another, you know, one of those. That's not what you mean. You mean Klan members and NASCAR. My dad likes NASCAR. He doesn't like Republicans. Right? I think it's the most clear, concise thing you could say about it. we can't possibly teach the actual history. We can't possibly acknowledge. What if kids who recognize, like, imagine we taught kids when they were younger about these things, and, you know, they slowly got to understand more and more of the context and how it came to be, and started to build in the idea of economies and forces and pressures that were out there that were saying, well, we need to build a strong economic base for a new country over here, and if we're not competing by having, you know, slaves, then how are we going to do that? And then by the time they get to college, imagine if that, the reason why we can't do it is by the time they get to college, they might start connecting the fact that, wait, slavery didn't end. It's just been moved offshore. It's just different people of a different color somewhere else where we don't have to see them. Oh my God, I understand the world economy now. And if they figured that out, then they're definitely not gonna vote for Republicans anymore. Because they're the slaveholders. They're the ones building islands of fucking slaves. They're the ones, you know, moving your job to Malaysia and Vietnam. They're the ones supporting the corporate effort to find the absolute lowest bottom fucking dollar that you can make a product for. And the only way to do that is slavery. And by the way, that's why you got, you know, African kids kneeling in pools of alkali, rubbing cocoa beans in it, because when an African child rubs a cocoa bean in a caustic chemical that they're kneeling in, that's called the Dutch process. And Hershey's makes a lot of money off of the Dutch process of African children kneeling in alkali, rubbing cocoa beans together. It's the world you live in. Enjoy your fucking Milky Way. Because Mars is part of it, too. By the way, how do the Dutch... We got some Dutch here in chat. How do the Dutch feel about that being the Dutch process? On the global stage. What's the Dutch process? Oh, well, we take 13-year-olds in impoverished nations. We have them... we expose them to toxic chemicals. Fuck. We finally get to here, and I still can't do it. That's the Dutch process. That's how the Dutch intended it. Damn. Damn. Hey, don't drag us into it. Yeah, see, the Dutch aren't happy with that. I mean, we do not have a very nice history when it comes to slavery. Wait, are you saying you know about your history in slavery? And you feel like it's not a good thing? Holy shit. Can I move to your country? Can I send my kids to your country? Is there a student exchange program? I don't have kids. Can I send 3 of my cats there? Sure, it's nice here, isn't it? Isn't it? It's not nice here. It's really not nice here. It's really not nice here. I don't know how people walk around with such a big fucking smile on their face. Apparently they've never been to an ER. They've never driven down a road that wasn't, you know, planned by a fucking corporation in order to sell Walmart goods to fucking yuppies, who, by the way, don't need to save the money, but Jesus Christ, are they the ones going to Walmart every fucking day? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. People with the $70,000 a year, you know, individual incomes and shit like that. Let's go down to Walmart and save a little bit of money. We can put more